Welcome to the Game On Studios in Lynchburg, Virginia. Glad you've joined us for the New Mexico Lobos and the Liberty Flames. Rhett McGibbon here alongside Pat Kelly, Des Rice, and Matt Kamari. Not too often you start off a show talking about an offensive coordinator, but that's the case today. Joe Daly back in Lynchburg. He spent 7 seasons with the Flame and a big part of bringing in a lot of the talent LU has now.
Yeah, depending on where he recruited, he has some guys on the team that he knows personally, but Coach Daly was here and coached 2 of the best quarterbacks in Liberty football history, knows the players on defense and knows what type of talent they have. So I'm sure he was with his staff this week trying to put together a game plan where he could expose some of that talent where he thinks it might be the weakest. And they're a high-flying offense, so I wouldn't doubt that they might put a lot of points on the board tonight. So Liberty's defense is going to have to step up to the challenge.
You know, the thing about Joe Daly is his players love him. I mean, he knows how to get the most out of each and every one of his players. Coach Daly is an intense guy. I know from speaking with Josh Woodrum, one of his former players here and one of my former teammates, he tells me that Coach Daly pushed him every single day in practice, and I know he's going to do the same with his guys here today.
Well, like you said, he had Buckshot, he had Josh Woodrum. He's got a pretty good one right now in New Mexico, and that's our impact player today, Tavaka Tuioti.
This is a guy, I keep calling Tavaka Red Bull. It's a guy that brings a lot of energy. He's very, very good. However, too much Tavaka and you could be sick. And that's the case for defensive coordinators. This is a guy who can run all over the place, but he has great touch on the football. He has a great ability to throw the ball, and Coach Daly said he's the best quarterback he has ever had throwing the ball on the run. So if the Flames don't get pressure on Tavaka tonight, they could be sick.
Mobile guy, too, 7 carries for 59 yards last week. A guy that's going to have to spy on him a little bit, probably, Solomon Ajayi, middle linebacker for the Flames.
Yeah, Solomon Ajayi, he's done a great job being consistent for the Flames this year. He's probably the most consistent player that the Flames have on defense. He's a guy that reads his keys well. His read and recognition throughout the plays, he does that really, really well, and they're going to need him to do that here today, as he's probably going to have a tough task in holding down Tavati here today. Yeah,
this is 2 highly talented offensive teams, and the Flames obviously hoping to come out with a win in this game. And here's an interesting question. You're at the third way through the season, and you think of this game as, okay, it's just another game on the schedule, but is this a must-win game if you have hopes of getting to a bowl game?
Rhett, it is a must-win game because including today's game, the Liberty Flames have 6 winnable FBS games, and you have to get to 6 FBS wins in order to be bowl eligible. Offense and defense have been clicking on all cylinders the last few weeks, so you got to win tonight, and then you start on this tough road trip, and you got to get those wins when it matters the most.
I totally agree with you, Matt. You talk about a road trip. Over the next 5 weeks, the Flames travel 4,863 yards. That's a long way to go. Tonight's going to be big time in terms of building momentum for the season.
Well, it's the Lobos and the Flames. When we come back, Matt Warner, Joe Dock with the call at Williams Stadium.
The Foster Fuels app makes propane easy and makes more time for what matters. Without the app...
Hi, I'd like to order some propane, please.
With the app,
Hi.
sign up for autofill or autopay and manage your account with our Foster Fuels app. Just one more way we're providing exceptional customer service.
Carter Bank & Trust has supported Liberty University for over 3 decades. When many were skeptical of Liberty's vision, our founder, Worth Harris Carter Jr., understood the vision and saw its potential. His instincts were correct. Liberty University has become a regional economic engine. We continue Mr. Carter's legacy by working with determined visionaries to transform potentials into realities every day. As with Liberty University, Carter Bank & Trust is proud of the past, focused on the future.
Welcome to week 5 of the college football season. Tonight, one of the nation's best pass rushers faces an offensive line that is perfect at this stage of the season. Will Tavaka Tuioti continue his magical start to the year, or will AGG reach legendary status? It's the Lobos and the Flames right now.
A couple of high-flying offenses meeting on the mountain tonight as the Liberty Flames look for their 3rd straight win as they play host to the Lobos of New Mexico. With that, we welcome you up into the Williams Stadium booth alongside former North Carolina and CFL wide receiver Joe Yock. I'm Matt Warner. And Joe, a lot of times you enter a game, you're saying, I don't know how this one's going to shake out. How will these teams match up? Well, we think we have a pretty good idea how this one's going to go tonight. It's going to be a good old-fashioned shootout.
Yeah, no question at all. You're talking about a team in New Mexico that scored 55 points last week, and Liberty said, well, we scored 62. So if you're tuning in, you're tuning into the game with a lot of action. The question's going to be which defense can make the big stop at the right time that may change the entire momentum of this game.
New Mexico won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the Flames will receive this opening kick. Shadro Lewis back to get his hands on it. And this one will land halfway deep in the end zone. The Flames will take it at the 25-yard line. Buckshot Calvert, the senior quarterback for Liberty. Record-setting career already for this young man out of Plantation, Florida. And he's really come on the last couple of weeks, Joe, as he's continued to get more comfortable in this Hugh Freeze system.
Shot has been hot. The first couple of games he struggled. Liberty struggled with some protections. They shored those things up. And now he has got the leading receiver in the nation in AGG to go to, along with a whole bunch of other weapons at the receiver position. So his confidence is soaring.
Calvert with 319 yards through the air and a couple of touchdowns a week ago. Frankie Hickson alongside of him in the backfield. They're going to give it to Frankie. Lowers the shoulder and picks up about 4 yards on first down. The running game has been an area where the Flames those
I think Frankie is a guy that definitely can carry the load in this game. He's going to have some opportunities on some cutbacks and other plays.
Second down, they roll Buckshot out of the pocket. Easy throw and catch there, DJ Stubbs, who makes his way for a Flames first down. Take a look at the offensive lineup for the Flames. Of course, biggest name on there, Antonio Gandy-Golden, the nation's leading receiver.
Yeah, you start looking at that offense. You got Antonio Gandy-Golden, and also look at DJ Stubbs and Kevin Shaw, and look at Buckshot Calvert along with Frankie Hickson carrying the middle, and a good offensive line at left tackle, especially Tristan Schultz. Check him in pass protection today. See how he holds up.
So first down, Flames throw it out to Shaw. Boy, this New Mexico defense quickly smothers him. He gets into the ground. Dejon Rogers, one of the guys there on the tackles. We take a look at this Lobos D. This is a Lobos defense that has really struggled. 128th in points allowed per game. They're averaging almost 50 points allowed per contest. They're also the worst pass defense in the country.
Yeah, they're struggling defensively right now, but I do like some of the things that they try to do up front. They're a big slant your front team. They like to bring twists, bring their linebackers, so they can do some disruptive things.
This time they roll Buckshot to the left, fires into coverage, trying to fit it into Gandy-Golden, and that one is knocked away by the defensive back Dante Martin.
Yeah, it's a little interesting to see as Hugh Freeze has gone, I believe it's 3 for 3, Matt, with touchdowns
right.
in the first drive. So they've rolled Buckshot out 2 times in a row. A little bit different technique than they've done in the past.
This is about as much of a struggle as they've had on their first possession of the game over those last 3 contests. First time down, touchdowns. Each of the last 3 games rather easily as well, but they've got to convert right now on 3rd and 9. Calvert stands in the pocket, now running out of time, scrambles out, finds Frankie Hickson, who tries to turn it upfield, but he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down. Dejon Rogers there for the tackle. And the Flames are going to send quarterback Pop Robinson out there. So 4th and about 2. Pop Robinson, we saw him last week, redshirt freshman. The quarterback that's really good running the football. They send him out here in this 4th and short situation. And now a whistle And we're going to get a timeout from New Mexico.
Timeout. New Mexico.
So they want to make sure they're on the same page
timeout
for this big fourth down play. Let's take a look at our keys to the game presented by Foster Fuels. And Joe, what do you see in this one being important?
Yeah, I think for New Mexico, they got to create some turnovers that turn into touchdowns. So defensively, they struggle, but they do a lot of different things within, like we talked about, they're slanting their fronts, bringing their linebackers. So if they can catch Liberty being unprepared to block them, create a turnover, and then turn that into a touchdown, that could be a key for them. And then also for Liberty to create explosive plays. They have the best player on the field in AGG, and he is an explosive player, and he needs to make the explosive plays that can shore this game up for Liberty.
So 4th and 2, the Flames were all set to go for it. Let's see if they stick with that plan following the timeout. There's a look at Brandon Pop Robinson. Ran for over 100 yards last week, and he is going to stay on the field. So Hugh Freeze says, let's do it on our own side of the field. The old Riverboat Gambler says, let's go on 4th down.
And, you know, I wonder how much of this decision on 4th and 2 is we've scored 3 TDs in a row on the first drive, and he doesn't want to give it up yet.
Keep the streak alive. Robinson going to pull it and nowhere to go. Wrapped up, taken down. This Lobos defense, much maligned, steps up when they need to and come up with a big play.
Yeah, you look on the replay right there. There it is, that slanted front. Slant and then fill gaps. Slant their front to the play side. He tried to cut it back. 18's in there to turn his edge back inside and make the play on 4th and 2. That is a big-time stop. Counts as a turnover for New Mexico.
Yeah, Dylan Horton, the sophomore out of Frisco, Texas, there to make the play. Now the Lobos and their explosive offense taking the field with great starting field position in Flames territory. Tavaka Tuioti in the shotgun. He's going to keep it, run the option near side, and they're able to pick up a couple of yards there on 1st down. As that was Jay Griffin taking the pitch. Well, this offense for the Lobos, they've started 3 different quarterbacks in their first 3 games. Now, Tuioti getting his 2nd straight start. Had a great game last week in their rivalry game against New Mexico State. This is a kid that faced Liberty a year ago, was actually knocked out in that ball game. Handoff up the middle, and that's Davis stumbling towards the 1st down. It looks like he's going to be maybe a yard shy.
This is where that New Mexico offense can give a defense so many problems. They like to run a lot of misdirection things, bring guys in motion. The quarterback's a threat to run, so there's so many different aspects of this offense that you have to defend. It makes it very difficult.
Got some movement, as Liberty was kind of shifting there on the defensive line, and then some movement up front for the Lobos.
Ball start. Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Well, that'll drive the coach crazy. 3rd and 1, you're all set to convert, and then you get a penalty like that backs you up.
Yeah, positive plays. Positive, the positive play being in the 3rd and 1. Now you're in 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, and your playbook completely changes.
Teton Saltis, the one that jumped early there. Right tackle. So 3rd and 6 now. Tuioti in the gun, 4 wide receivers. Stands in the pocket, now gonna roll out, throw on the move, and throws a strike. Oh, what a pass, finding his tight end, Marcus Williams. Here's a look at that offense for the Lobos, and Tuioti's the one that makes it all go, and you saw that on that last play. Elusive, able to get out of the pocket, and throwing on the run is a real strength for this young quarterback.
Yeah, look at New Mexico's offense. An unbelievable stat. Have not allowed a sack yet this season.
Davis looks like he slipped as he tried to plant the foot and turn it upfield, so a short pickup. Liberty defense, they've shown some flashes of being pretty good. They've really struggled the last couple of years. New defensive staff. They have them averaging just over 25 points allowed per ball game, and they have their hands full today.
Yeah, the linchpin behind that defense, Jesse Lemonnier, number 11. He gets after the quarterback.
They give up the middle, not much happening there, as that was Davis taking the handoff again, and it's going to be 3rd and 6, maybe 7.
Boy, Matt, didn't get a chance to go back and talk about that throw on the 3rd down. Scrambled out. Liberty had a spy. They're using a spy technique on him. He was able to come off the edge, get right in the quarterback's face, and he delivers a strike.
Liberty defensive coordinator Scott Simon said Tuioti makes some Manziel-like throws on the run.
That's a high compliment.
Don't necessarily want to be compared to Johnny Football in some other areas of life.
On the
but
field.
Throwing on the run.
On the field.
That works out well. 3rd and 7. Tuioti has a man, and he's intercepted. Intercepted. Jimmy Fox picking it out of the sky as that one was overthrown, and the Flames get the turnover.
Matt, you look at this play right here. Jimmy Fox, this was all technique. He held outside leverage. He had inside safety help, so he's able to hold outside leverage on him, bait the quarterback into that throw, over the top, nice play, going up and catching the ball at its highest point.
Yeah, I was trying to throw it up there to his 5'10 receiver, Jake Griffin. Overshot him. Fox with the interception, first one of the season for the junior. This is a kid that had kind of fallen out of favor with the previous coaching staff before Hugh Freeze got there. Freeze comes in. He's got to say, man, who's this Fox guy? Why hasn't he been on the field? He has really stepped up his game and is playing a ton now, and this is junior year.
That's one of the things when you have a new coaching staff, everybody gets a clean slate.
Calvert trying to throw the slant there. That one knocked away, intended for Kevin Shaw.
They really see this New Mexico. The defensive backs are sort of squatting on everything. I was watching film on this week. They use a different technique than most D-backs use. It's an old school technique where they have more of a shuffle instead of a back pedal, and that allows you to come out of your cuts quickly, but it does leave you susceptible to getting out of your back pedal, out of that shuffle, and susceptible to the deep ball.
2nd and 10, Calvert stands, run out of time, now throws far sideline, and it is dropped. Not sure if Shaw would have been able to get the toe tapped inbounds anyway, but it brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, those are the kinds of plays you see. Yeah, you're right. I don't think he'll be able to get his toe down, but you want to see Kevin be able to bring that football down and make the big catches and try to stay out of these 3rd and longs. 3rd and 10 is a tough spot to be in.
Antonio Gandy Golden all the way at the bottom of your screen. Calvert set up a screen to Hickson. He's got some room. Middle of the field, tried to cut it up, and he blew a tire. And he is going to be right at the marker. And they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, I think he picked up really nice vision by Frankie Hickson right here. Be able to circle back around the offensive lineman and pick up the 1st down.
Just did get enough. We haven't seen the Flames work that screen game a whole lot with the running back this year.
Free play.
There's a shot downfield and up and over the head of Shaw.
Oh, no flag. I don't think they threw a flag
Well,
there.
Calvert's looking for the flag and trying to talk to one of the officials there. I'm with you. I saw some movement up front.
Clearly thought the nose tackle jumped off sides, but oh, wait. No, it's not. Nothing. He's saying, play on, man.
So 2nd down now. Gandy Golden goes to the top of the screen.
Yeah, you see what they're doing. New Mexico's doing right now. Gandy Golden, they've got a press coverage man on him. They're doubling him over the top. Got to come back to the wide side.
Taking a shot down the field, looking for Shaw. Jump ball knocked away. Dejon Rogers. He is making some plays in the early goings of this ball game, and he knocked that one to the turf.
Yeah, real nice throw by Buckshot, but this is just good coverage by Rogers. Coming right over the top, making a play without being able to get called for pass interference. Just a really athletic, nice play. Little bump, but you're not going to get that call.
Well, Kevin Shaw already has 5 targets in this game. So you see the Flames saying, all right, you know, all the focus is on Antonio Gandy Golden. Let's see if we can get some of these other guys involved. 3rd and 10. Running out of time. Calvert still on his feet, flips it out to Hickson, who lunges forward for about 6, so they get a little something in it, but looked like may well be a sack there, but we will still bring up 4th and 4. Got an injured Lobo down on the field. As Calvert was able to spin out of that and make an accurate throw as he headed to the turf. That is Trent Sellers, starting defensive end, senior out of Georgia. He missed all of last season due to an injury, and he's down right now.
One of the things that New Mexico does not have is a lot of depth defensively, so these injuries can cause major problems for them. We hope this young man will be able to come back into the game.
Zeller spent his first couple of collegiate seasons at Georgia Tech. Makes his way off under his own power. We'll keep an eye on him, see if he's able to return to this ball game. The Flames are forced to punt. On comes punter Aiden Alvis. Bryson Carroll back to return.
Aiden Alvis has become one of your favorite players on the Flames team, Matt.
Turned it around. Really struggled a season ago, but has been very solid this year. They come after him. He gets it away. Low line drive kick will hit on the 30. Take the Flames bounce down to the 20. Caught there, surrounded by Flames with nowhere to go. And that's that for the return by, that was Rogers on the return. That's where the Lobos will start, just like we thought. Shootout, 0-0, midway through the first quarter.
This Jeep Gladiator is ready to do what you want to do. There's never been anything quite like the all-new Jeep Gladiator. Engineered from the ground up to be a true pickup truck. Backed by legendary Jeep brand 4x4 capability, the Gladiator is ready to carry you and your gear. Test drive a Jeep today at Craft Jeep. No tricks, no gimmicks pricing at Billy Craft, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram.
For more than 120 years, we've been there. In churches and schools, camps and senior living centers. We've been there in times of joy and in the most difficult moments, in times of loss. And our success has been measured not by the bottom line, but by our unwavering commitment to protecting our customers so they can continue their important work. Church Mutual Insurance Company, protecting the greater good.
The Foster Fuels app makes propane easy and makes your granny feel hip.
What you doing over there, Sonny?
I'm just posting a picture from our beach trip. What are you doing, Granny?
Ordering propane with the Foster Fuels app.
Whoa, you use apps now?
Yeet! This app is lit!
Order fuel and manage your account with our Foster Fuels app. Just one more way we're providing exceptional customer service.
What? Did I not say it right?
Carter Bank & Trust has supported Liberty University for over 3 decades. When many were skeptical of Liberty's vision, our founder, Worth Harris Carter Jr., understood the vision and saw its potential. His instincts were correct. Liberty University has become a regional economic engine. We continue Mr. Carter's legacy by working with determined visionaries to transform potentials into realities every day. As with Liberty University, Carter Bank & Trust is proud of the past, focused on the future.
Joe and I very nearly wore that exact thing today. Thankfully, our wives convinced us otherwise. No score here midway through the first quarter. A couple of interesting stories on the 2 head coaches, and with more on that, we head to the 3rd member of our crew, Melanie Newman.
Thanks, guys. Well, a lot of the nation has been up to date with what's been going on with Hugh Freeze. They know that he's been back down on the sidelines in a limited manner, back on his platform. But on the other end of the field, the head coach for New Mexico with Bob Davie. Now, after their September 1st win, he was actually hospitalized in what was declared a critical medical emergency before he could even make it to the post-game press conference, which was subsequently canceled. This is his first game back. He's been having to watch his Lobos from home on the television up until this trip. He said he feels fine now, and you can't really change how you approach your coaching. So he plans to do everything the same, but he's got a lot of watchful eyes on him today.
Yeah, he said, you know, I probably could have come back last week against New Mexico State, but he already said he was going to come back this week. He didn't want to cause a distraction. Said he has been around the team, though, quite a bit the last couple of weeks at practice, so not like he hasn't, you know, been around them a lot or been communicating with these guys a lot. As we get another short run from the Lobos, we'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, it's great to see both coaches. These coaches have a passion for football. They want to be with their football team. And to be here at Williams Stadium and have both coaches on the field is a real blessing.
3rd and 3. Mari Davis still in the backfield. He already has 5 carries so far in this ball game. Tuioti looking to the sideline. Play clock under 10. Liberty Flames shift their front, go to 3 down linemen. This little slant, thrown a little bit low. His intended target was Jordan Kress, couldn't haul it in, and here comes the punting unit. A moment ago, Solomon Ajayi went over 100 tackles in his career. Just the 3rd active Flame to do that. Younger brother of Jay Ajayi, NFL running back. Now on the field comes Tyson Dyer, Australian punter, averaging over 48 yards a punt this year, top 10 nationally.
Them Aussies.
Those Aussies, they know how to kick it. Yeah, they sure do. It's his right foot into that one.
Look at that.
DJ Stubbs backpedaling, takes it at the 14.
It's returnable.
Coming near side, looking for a block. Oh boy, wouldn't get it. And he ran into a wall of Lobos at the 15 and goes down there.
Liberty.
6:54 remaining in the first quarter. A defensive struggle here early. No score in Lynchburg.
When it comes to speed, insane. And coverage, sideline to sideline. You can't teach that. What's speed and coverage without control? Xfinity X5 has got to be your #1 pick for the ultimate in-home Wi-Fi.
This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X-Fi. The Home Depot has on-trend styles with innovations to make your floor pet-proof. Make it waterproof, make it beautiful. Today is the day for doing with new water-resistant laminate flooring starting at $158 a square foot, only from the Home Depot.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month, only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
Crunchy satisfaction and cheesy perfection.
Oh, who's winning?
I'm talking about Cheez-It, the perfect cheesy snack to watch the game with.
You know, I almost went pro, but I blew out my knee.
You don't have any knees, Cheese.
Man.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
We thought we lost everything in that fire, but my independent agent and auto owners made sure we were up and running fast. That's what mattered to us.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Scoreless here in Lynchburg between New Mexico and Liberty. These two schools don't have a ton of history. The history they do have has been explosive. Last season they met in a shootout, 52-43, the final, Liberty winning that one. In that ball game, Antonio Gandy Golden set a Liberty single game record with 245 yards receiving. Buckshot Calvert threw for 317 as Liberty as a team set a single game passing record with 472 yards. Also in that game though, Tuioti, New Mexico quarterback, got his collarbone broken. Right. Got knocked out of that ball game. So a lot happened. Liberty held on to win that one. It was a wild affair out there. But that's kind of what we expected here today. So far, we're not getting that type of action. Josh Mack on the handoff, lowers the shoulder and picks up 5 or 6.
Yeah, Jay Mack's the guy, one of the running backs that they really have seen come along here lately, and they want to get him heavily involved in this offense. He is an explosive player. He's capable of grinding out the 3 or 4 yard runs, but at the same time can bust one loose for a long gainer.
Former FCS All-American at Maine remains in the ball game. Calvert gonna throw. Goes a little bit behind his intended target. Trying to hit the tight end Jackson there. Had him, just threw it about a step behind him.
Yeah, you've noticed so far, Matt, that Buckshot, you sense that he's a little bit unsettled right now. They're double teaming AGG. He's trying to find Kevin Shaw and some other receivers, and he just doesn't, you can tell that he just doesn't quite feel comfortable yet.
They've gotten a little pressure on him early as well. That was a challenge really for him the first couple of games of this season when he was really having a hard time as the pressure was kind of getting to him. Albert throws far sideline and sailed it. On 3rd and 4, he was trying to connect with the freshman Noah Frith. threw it a little too tall for the 6'4" wide receiver, and the punting unit will come back on. So neither of these offenses really able to figure anything out here early on.
Yeah, really like the scheme so far with the New Mexico defense. The double team press AGG on the outside into the short side of the field, bring a safety over top to double team them, put some pressure on the outside of the other receivers, make them beat them, slant the fronts, twist the linebackers, giving Liberty a lot of trouble right now.
Alvis kicks it away. Dejon Rogers coming up. Backing off it. That one takes a Lobos bounce. And we'll see where they end up marking it. And that's going to be good starting field position for New Mexico, just shy of midfield. So the field position game favoring the Lobos right now. They've had some great field position. They just haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, we didn't think this was going to be a field position game.
We did not think that would be the case, no.
It was more of just get us the ball on offense either side and let them go, but both defenses may have taken that a little personal, and now they're trying to step their games up.
Bryson Carroll in it running back now, redshirt sophomore next to Tuioti. Tuioti looking to throw, now rolls out to his right. On the move, firing downfield, jump ball knocked away. Oh, what a play by the freshman. Keitrell Clark, the true freshman out of Richmond, got a fingertip on that one and knock it away.
Beautiful play by Keitrell Clark. You can see him time his jump very well, get his hand up in the air, knock it down, incomplete pass, and then after the play, what I like, the freshman walks over to Espinoza and gives him just a little business handshake. They just did the little quick business. This is just a business trip, making those type of plays.
Second and long now for the Lobos. They go to pitch near side to Carroll. Has some running room, gets it down to the 45, and a late flag comes in. Maybe in the area of holding. This one might be coming back.
Holding. Offense number 80, 10-yard penalty, third down.
That's Anu Samoye who got called for holding, the wide receiver here on the near side. Carroll's a guy to watch, has a little bit of an extra gear compared to Amari Davis. Quick kid, just 5'7", shifty running back, and on the year he hasn't gotten a ton of carries, but he's averaging over 7 yards a pop. The penalty backs it up to 2nd and 15. Again, the Flames showing just 3 down linemen. They're going to hand it off up the middle of Carroll. He is quickly swallowed up and dropped. I think that was Elisha Mitchell that just engulfed him. The big 6'3", 315-pounder out of Virginia Beach. Got him quickly to the turf, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
That's a big man. That's a big man.
Big dude.
I'm really, really impressed with New Mexico's offensive line. These guys, the center, they're very experienced. They play well together. They play in sync. They zone block well. They do everything. They're a very fluid unit and have great toughness.
Handoff, not much happening. Hit and drop just shy of midfield. As that was Vigilant on the carry.
Surprising call right there on 3rd and 12, just to run a little inside zone play.
They are really making an effort to establish that running game here in the early going. Tuioti just 1 of 4. They've rushed it now, I think that's 9 times on the game without a whole lot of success, under 3.5 yards a carry.
3rd and 12 though? 3rd and 12, some of the New Mexico fans watching back home are scratching their head. Not on 3rd and 12 with that type of field position. You got to find a way to convert a 1st down.
Dyer punts it away. Stubbs let that one bounce, and it ends up rolling out inside the 15. So the Flames with less than ideal field position. As we are still awaiting the first score, what we thought would be a shootout.
Xfinity X5 gives you the speed of a wide receiver, the control of a quarterback, the coverage of a running back. From kickoff to overtime, this is beyond Wi-Fi, this is X5.
Life and football have a lot in common. In both, only the very best rise to the top. In Baltimore, only Al Packer's White Marsh Ford has risen to the top, claim the President's Award for outstanding customer service and superior operations in every department, and get the benefits of driving new without the sticker shock. The only way to tell Al Packer certified pre-owned from new is the price. Get on the winning team and sack high prices today. Take advantage of certified savings. Transparent, easy, the way it should be.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado is now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
The Home Depot has on-trend styles with innovations to make your floor pet-proof. Make it waterproof, make it beautiful. Today is the day for doing with new water-resistant laminate flooring starting at $158 a square foot, only from the Home Depot.
We thought we lost everything in that fire, but my independent agent and auto owners made sure we were up and running fast. That's what mattered to us.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back to Williams Stadium. Still no score between the Liberty Flames and the New Mexico Lobos. Now, we told you earlier, head coach for the Lobos, Davey, this is his first game back on the sidelines after having a health scare back on September 1st. Well, now Coach Hugh Freeze has had a great rehab after his staph infection and back surgery. But now, while he has stayed on that platform, he said, I'm good enough, I think, to be off of it. But we're 2-0 when I'm on the platform, guys, and I don't think I can start to mess with that now, at least while we're at home here at Williams Stadium. So Freeze stays on the platform today. However, his health is good enough to hopefully, when they're on the road, return to the grass once more. But you can't leave the streak, guys.
Yeah, don't mess with the streak. That is a age-old thing you follow in the world of sports. So he's going to stay up there for at least one more week, but definitely on the mend.
Those are more baseball kind of
It
guys,
is more of a baseball thing.
I'm not big on all those things.
Another injury for the Lobos. By the way, Trent Sellers had come back into the ball game. He was down earlier in this game. This is Dylan Horton down on the turf. And they will help him off the field. It is hot tonight, I will say that. Something to keep an eye on. Not that New Mexico should be bothered too much by that. One thing, though, I did hear one of their coaches remark it, boy, this humidity is something else, huh?
Yeah.
Like this is a little bit different. Not that dry heat you hear about out west.
I'd like to see Horton come back in the game. He's a long, lanky linebacker. They really use him a lot in the twist game, and he gets after the quarterback, so he's a good football player, and they need him back in the game.
Josh Mack remains in at running back. Albert trying to get rid of it, now throws it and caught by Kevin Shaw. They'll still be a couple yards shy of the first down.
What a catch by Kevin Shaw. I mean, that's a little thing. He only picked up a couple yards, but you're in a 3rd and 1. Where now they can run the football very easily, and he laid out, caught that ball with his hands out away from his body. Nice play by Kevin Shaw. But Matt, as you can see, once again, did you see Buckshot right there? Very unsettled.
Yeah.
Trying to go to the inside receiver, wasn't there. Had
some hesitation.
Some hesitation.
Now a little bit of confusion as the Flames substitute in a couple of tight ends, and they're just going to take a
flag.
Time. Oh, a flag comes in, yeah.
Illegal substitution, probably.
Illegal substitution offense. There's 12 men in formation. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down. There will be no charge timeout.
Well, it's a good play if you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 12 guys on the field, one too many. You saw coaches trying to sprint in and get the timeout before the officials picked up on it. They brought in a couple of tight ends. And a little bit of confusion. So you go from 3rd and 1 now to 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that's clearly a legal substitution, and those are the mistakes. Like you said, 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. The whole playbook changes now. Now you have to look more to throw the ball right here instead of picking up a yard on an inside run on 3rd and 1.
Penalties have been a bit of an issue for the Flames so far this year. Albert running out of time, gets away, rolling. Now going to try to run the football, stays on his feet, tiptoes down the sideline, and he is going to have the first down.
Very athletic play by Buckshot right there. I like what Liberty was trying to do. Now that they see they're doubling AGG, they go to a trips formation, bring AGG in motion, but Buckshot's able to scramble out there and pick up the first down. Nice athleticism on his part.
Remember going back to the game at Louisiana, second game of the year, Buckshot was criticized, had a couple opportunities to run for first downs, didn't do it. No hesitation there as he was able to show off some of that sneaky athleticism that he has. Hand off to Josh Mack. And he is stood up. Continues to keep those legs moving as he picks up about 4.
Love how Josh Mack runs the football. He told us in the press conference he likes to be called J-Mac.
J-Mac. You said you like Josh, you like Joshua. He goes, I like J-Mac.
J-Mac. Smooth. He's a smooth guy. He's got the smooth spectacles going on right now. Smooth runner. So they said they're really trying to bring him into the game plan more this week.
He has 3 carries for 16 yards here tonight. Calvert rolling out, throws that one caught by Stubbs, race to the sideline, and he heads out of bounds, but picks up a Flames first down.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see, Matt, is because of the way New Mexico runs their defense, the slants and coverage and the many different looks they're giving Liberty, that Hugh Freeze and Ken Austin just need a little bit of time to figure it out and figure out what packages they need to go to in order to be successful against this defense.
This is about as much success as Liberty's had offensively so far tonight. 3 wide receivers set. Shadro Lewis in motion, flip it to him. Has a blocker in front, spun out of bounds at the 41, so that's about a 3-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, you want to be able to get that inside linebacker block so Shadro Lewis would be able to stick his foot in the ground and get his shoulders north and south, but they couldn't get him blocked, so therefore he just got run out of bounds for a short gain.
Lewis, an explosive true freshman. They try to get the ball in his hands any way they can.
Yeah, he can run, he's shifty.
Alfred gonna pull it out, pump fake, now looking downfield, trying to get to Gandy Golden. AGG goes up, makes the grab inside the 20, dragging a man inside the 10.
Wow.
Same play, different day. We've seen it time after time this year.
Double move right there. AGG gives him a little stutter, out and go, gets the DB to bite up, but we're really impressed by the throw that Buckshot gave. Right on top, over the top, on the money, watch him drag.
Josh Mack taking it down inside the 5. The Flames wasting no time.
Stay with the tempo, stay with the tempo. There it was, there's a little double move right there, but look at him dragging him. He's carrying the sled right there. That's that Studs off-season training where they're carrying the sled down the field. Love it.
That catch, Gandy Golden moves into second all-time on the Flames yardage list. We'll make that, he's the second receiver ever eclipsed 3,000 yards in his career. Howard's going to look to him here. Jump ball caught. Touchdown, Gandy Golden. And with that, he moves atop the Flames record book. No receiver in Liberty history has more reception touchdowns than Antonio Gandy Golden.
That is awesome. That drive right there, capped off by the touchdown. That was a little bit of Gandy and a whole lot of Golden.
Passes Darren Peterson, 28 career touchdown receptions now for Gandy Golden, and he can beat you so many ways. We saw him on the deep ball that time, just like a basketball player boxing a guy out, able to create a little bit of space to make the grab. One last look at a bit of Liberty history. Nobody's ever done it better than number 11 in a Flames uniform as he puts LU on top 7-0.
Jessica? Ladies! Pause her Wi-Fi. Smoke her out.
Guys, I think the Wi-Fi's out.
Only Xfinity X5 lets you take control of your Wi-Fi.
I'm not much of a hugger.
Xfinity, the future of awesome.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Peppa's Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month, only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Peppa's protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Peppa's Toyota leads the way. Online at peppastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
Bucks Celtics, Clippers Jazz, Wednesday on ESPN. Ball for all.
The Mexican Grand Prix, tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on ABC.
As a CIO, you want to move your business forward. But when your team is always dealing with device setups, app updates, and support calls, you can never seem to get anywhere. That's why Dell Technologies created Unified Workspace, powered by VMware. A revolutionary solution that lets you deploy, manage, support, and secure all your devices from the cloud, so you can stop going in circles and start moving forward.
Being a transgender wrestler, all the spotlight is on you.
In order to get to wrestle, he had to wrestle the girls. That's when all the hate started coming out.
This is my life.
History is made at Williams Stadium as AGG gets his 28th career touchdown, and we have seen him over the course of the end of last year and this year really just modify his game and improve even more.
You're really looking at this last drive, you see the hitch and go, which is an added dynamic to AGG's game, and that is the route running piece of it. Really sticks his foot on the ground, sells that short play, which is what you want to do when you've got aggressive corners, throw in that double move, and then we see here, he just boxes out on the back shoulder, catching that fade. In my opinion, AGG stands for Antonio Gandy GOAT, and that would be greatest of all time. I mean, this guy, he's so fun to watch. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
I think you go into this game and you hear the New Mexico has one of the worst passing defenses in the country. They have to be pretty pleased with that first quarter, though, altogether.
Yeah, they definitely have to be really pleased. It seems like they were doing a lot to try to, limit Antonio Gandy Golden and what he's been able to do in this game just by bracketing him over the top, and then they've played a lot of single coverage on the other receivers. They're trying to say, hey, we're going to stop him and force these other guys to beat us that you guys have that Liberty has on offense here. But as you see in that last drive, they weren't able to contain AGG.
All right, second quarter's ready. Back to Matt and Joe.
Yeah, a lot of people have come in with a plan. All right, here's how we got to stop 11. Well, I think it was Muhammad Ali that said everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. Is that basically well, you may be on the top of every scouting report week after week, but Antonio Gandy Golden is just that good. He's been able to put up monster numbers this season and lead the nation in receiving despite really being the focal point of every defense the Flames have played.
Antonio Gandy GOAT. I like that, Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly, the GOAT. I love it. He is the GOAT.
He has been fun to watch. Flames fans enjoy these moments. Not many of these left.
That's right.
For Antonio Gandy Golden in a Flames uniform. But now on the other side, in New Mexico, you got to find a way to answer. They've been held in check. Tabaka Tuioti just 1 of 4 for 18 yards and an interception. is coming off a game where he went for 355 against New Mexico State. So they got to find some way, somehow, to get this offensive game going. Handed to Carroll on first down, and he'll pick up just a couple.
Yeah, Matt, you said it best. You said, you know, they're really trying to establish the run. I mean, they are bent on making sure that they can run the football. A little bit surprising with the athleticism that they have the receiver position and the quarterback position. Maybe we'll see Joe Daly try to open it up a little bit more here.
And that was the big storyline coming in. Joe Daly, New Mexico offensive coordinator, as the Liberty offensive coordinator just last season. That play a roll. Here comes the pitch to Carroll, and he's drugged down from behind. Solomon Ajayi able to get him to the ground, and it'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Solomon Ajayi is a fine football player. What I like about Solomon is his ability to rush the passer up the middle, yet he still moves horizontally very well, close to the gap, and gets people to the ground. He's an excellent tackler.
3rd and 2. Amari Davis back in there at the running back spot. Tuioti looking to the sideline, getting the play signaled in. They're going to hand off. And Davis powers his way forward for the first down.
You know, one of the reasons why you see New Mexico trying to run the football is that offensive line is so good. That left guard, left tackle, these guys are big bodies. They love the counter play. They love to be able to get guys all the way up through the hole. They have two 100-yard games this season by the running backs. They can move the football on the ground because that offensive lineman plays in sync and they know how to play together.
Got a quick look at Joe Daly up in the boxes. Tuioti stands in the pocket, gets out of a sack, now tries to run it, and is dropped. Ralph Ruson's one of the two in there. Austin Lewis also there as they got him down.
I think that might have been Solomon who put initial pressure on him right there, flushed him up into the pocket, and then Big Ralph comes in with the finish up.
And that is the first sack this offensive line has allowed.
Wow.
All year long. Rusons and Lewis split that one. Tuioti gonna throw again, looking near side, throwing it up into coverage. Jump ball knocked down. Isaiah Avery, redshirt freshman. How many freshmen do the Flames have in their defensive backfield? That's another one out of California, as he played that perfectly.
Here's the thing with this one, man, is you look at these young guys, you get put in a situation where you're trying to defend a deep ball. A lot of the young guys, they panic. They panic and they cause pass interference. He was very, very patient. He had a very vertical jump. Wow. Getting up, climbing the ladder, knocking that ball down. That young man's been well coached.
Brings up 3rd and 12. This Williams Stadium crowd starting to make some noise. Tuioti has time. Now going to pull it down. Throws last minute. Completes it on the far side. That's enough for a first down, as that was completed to Cedric Patterson. So it looked like Tuioti might just take off and run, but at the last minute, made the right decision, and they end up getting a good chunk of yardage.
Yeah, Tuioti, you talk about how he can extend plays. He didn't extend plays, just extend the play from the outside. He extended the play up the middle and was able to hit the ball along the sidelines. Those are the difference makers for New Mexico right there. Extended plays.
False start. Offense number 50. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's the second time today Teton Saltis has been flagged for moving early. Teton, he's a guy, he self-taught himself guitar, saxophone, and piano. So he's an intelligent young man.
Whoa.
Also, his great uncle, World Be Free, NBA player. World Be Free is his great uncle. How about that?
What tidbits. This is outstanding.
Hand off. Not a lot happening as Amari Davis continues to try to pick up an extra yard.
Just when you feel as if the Lobos are starting to get some type of rhythm, and 5-yard penalty for false start. Have to be able to get that momentum so they can get a little tempo going, get on the scoreboard here.
Tuioti has completed 2 passes. It's 2 of 6 for 40 yards so far tonight. Davis still in the backfield. They give it to him again. Has some running room, cuts it up, and is tripped up after picking up a Lobos first down. So they continue to pound the rock, and so far on this drive, it's paying off.
They believe in that offensive line, and sometimes you just have to be a little bit patient with your run game until you break the big ones.
Yeah, there's a look at Davis, some of the damage he's done on the year.
There's the hurdle play. I love that play.
They're going to give it to him again, this time trying to get the edge on the far side. Flag comes in. This may come back as he was trying to turn the corner.
Holding, offense number 76, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Jared Sylvester, the senior offensive lineman, flagged. So now 4 penalties already going against the Lobos.
It looked like the hold was more. You get those holds on at the point of attack, the ref's going to make that call every time. These penalties have really, really hurt New Mexico. Getting to the old pistol formation here.
Carroll takes it right up the gut. Good pickup on first down before Elijah Benton wraps him up. So that is 16 carries now compared to 6 pass attempts so far for this offense. Now keep in mind, just a couple years ago, this was an offense that ran a lot of triple option. So they've been transitioning now into this style of offense the past couple of years. So this is an offensive line that probably loves getting the running game going.
That's right.
Carroll remains in the backfield. Coyote gonna throw it. And he and his receiver, a little bit of miscommunication there as he throws that one away, and they'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's 3rd and long situation. The ball's at the 34-yard line. Do you try to pick up the full 12, 13 yards right here? Do you cut it in half if you're New Mexico and go for it on 4th down? You're in that no man's land.
Yeah, they've also got a good field goal kicker in Andrew Shelley. So one thing you can't do here is take a sack. Coyote fires, had a man open, overshot him. Was trying to anticipate Jordan Kress coming out of his break, but ended up airmailing that one. And as it stands right now, this would be about a 51-yard field goal.
Take a shot at it.
Shelley's career long is 53, and it looks like they're going to give him a go.
Love when a coach has confidence in his field goal kicker. Hot day tonight, hot day here at Williams Stadium, so the ball's going to carry a little bit further.
Not much wind to speak of. Shelley's longest this year, 49 yards. He's 6 of 6 on the season. Kick is away, and he got it. How about that? Woo! Andrew Shelley comes in and drills it from deep.
That's 7 for 7 on the year.
You see Bob Davie fired up about that. The kicker puts the Lobos on the board.
Jessica? Ladies, pause her Wi-Fi. Smoke her out.
Guys, I think the Wi-Fi's out.
Only Xfinity X5 lets you take control of your Wi-Fi.
I'm not much of a hugger.
Xfinity, the future of awesome.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Peppa's Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Peppa's protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Peppa's Toyota leads the way. Online at peppastoyota.com.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a Preferred Rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
Well, if you've been watching tonight, you know that Antonio Gandy Golden set Liberty's all-time career touchdown receptions record earlier in this ball game. So you know that, but there may be some things you don't know about the big receiver. With more on that, we check in with Melanie.
Guys, you could only dream to be as talented as Antonio Gandy Golden. Not only, like you said, is he crushing it on the gridiron, he's a man with some great flow. Now, he was actually asked in the press conference earlier this week, you've got buckshot with the beard, you've got a lot of flow going on the sideline, but who has the best hair? And he said, I can't disrespect my mom, and every day she tells me I'm beautiful. So he said after he scores, he's got to pop the helmet off, shake it out, give it a little bit of life. He likes that afro to have a lot of volume. But guys, he can also sing and dance, and boy, does he have fun with it on the side.
See the fan he had blown on it? I wonder if that's his personal fan.
Shadro Lewis coming
Shadro.
near side. Good return across the 30. Little stutter step, still on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 45. Great return for the Flames as that offense gets set to take the field once again.
Now we're seeing things start to pick up a little bit. Shadro Lewis, you know, the kickoff return is a lost art in college football. And now when you get the few opportunities that you do, Shadro Lewis takes it right up the sidelines. Excellent blocking by the Flames.
Well, remember last week, Liberty returned 3 kicks and a punt for touchdowns. All of them called back due to penalty. So you kind of leave that game going, well, you know what? We probably did some really good things.
Yeah.
We just did one bad thing on each of those that wiped it off. So they had some confidence certainly coming into this one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. 3 returns for touchdowns and special teams.
Buckshot under center, now under pressure. Slings it out to Damian King. King across the 50, lowers the shoulder, and is bounced out at about the 47. A little bit of different look there. Calvert under center.
Matt, what a Buckshot's doing a really good job athletically tonight of staying alive and not panicking and being able to get the ball out. That's a nice little whoop move right there.
Yeah, Adebayo Sorimikin coming right at him there. And like we said, Buckshot's a little bit sneaky athletic. You don't think of him that way because he doesn't look to run a lot, but he's athletic enough at that position to buy himself some time. Josh Mack, patient runner. Picks up the first down.
You know, the big long beard that Buckshot has too doesn't really help the look for his athleticism either.
You're right.
You know, it's just, it's not tight. It's not tight.
Well, you asked AGG about his hair last presser. Maybe you can ask Buckshot about the beard next week.
Yeah, we'll go there next week.
Our style, our fashion coordinator here, Joe Yock. So first down for the Flames. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Handoff once again to Mack, who gets about 3. You know, Mack, and he's not the same type of guy all the way around, but the way he runs, the patience he shows, reminds you a little bit of like a Le'Veon Bell. And he never seems in a hurry.
Yes, that's right.
He's waiting, allowing his blocks to develop. They go empty backfield here, 5 receiver set. Calvert pumps, now fires. The catch made by Shaw as he leads and stretches the ball forward up to the 32, and that's going to be close to another Flames first down.
Yeah, I really like the concept of this play. All they're doing is that Josh Mack out at the wide receiver spot. He ran straight at the corner, and then they hooked up Shaw right behind him. So it's an easy way to pick up a quick 7 or 8 yards.
And that will be enough for a first down. The Flames huddling.
It's a quick huddle.
As again, Buckshot under center. Play action, rolling out, taking a shot downfield. Gandy Golden in traffic, catches it, still on his feet. It's taken 3 Lobos to surround him, and they finally force him out of bounds. The strength of 3 men.
I'll tell you what, Buckshot gets up under center. They run a little play action. Oh, there you're right. And then all of a sudden, boom, to Gandy Golden. Like you said, just keep coming out, keep bringing it, and keep churning.
He had Damian King just a few yards downfield, but he said, nah, I don't think so. Took a shot to his favorite target, Gandy Golden, and they get a big chunk of yardage down to the 10. Frankie Hickson taking the carry. Falls forward down to about the 7.
Calvert's handoff goes to number 20.
You know, we said earlier that the Lobos have a lack of depth on the defensive front, especially as this game and this hot weather goes on. You might see some that last play. It wasn't a great gain, but you're starting to see Liberty's offensive line moving their defensive line a little bit.
Second and goal from the 7. Calvert looking to Frankie Hickson. He had him. That is a walk-in touchdown. If he's able to catch that one, Buck may have put a little extra mustard on that thing, certainly more than he needed to.
Run a little swing pass here to Frankie. I don't think he really needed to do that, like you said, Matt. Just he was wide open. Just get it out to him and let him walk into the end zone. Big third down. Here comes AGG checking back into the game. Going to put him into the short side of the field. He'll get double covered over there, but you can always go to the back shoulder fade like they did before, or have Buckshot work the two-man game over to the wide side.
Hickson remains in. Calvert gonna signal for a timeout. So play clock was running down, and Flames will take a timeout here with the big third down coming up. And we will step aside as well. We've already seen history tonight with Antonio Gandy Golden. Flames lead at 7-3 here in Lynchburg.
There's TV, and then there's X1. Streaming services without changing passwords and inputs, live sports and stats, and access to the most 4K content. The best TV experience is the best TV value. Xfinity X1. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Peppa's Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Peppa's protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Peppa's Toyota leads the way. Online at peppastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
Looking smooth. Feed the whole team with Hampton by Hilton's newly reimagined free hot breakfast.
Mr. Davis?
Hampton by Hilton. College football stays here.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Mutual.
Cut.
Line.
Cut. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Cut. Liberty. Am I allowed to riff? What if I come out of the water? Liberty Bibbity.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
(7-3), 6:06 to go here in the second quarter. Buckshot Calvert making a little history himself. Moving past Robbie Justino now, second all-time career passing for the Flames. Really his and Antonio Gandy Golden's successes have been intertwined throughout their careers. Those two guys came in together, really spent a ton of time together early in their careers, kind of getting on the same page, and it has paid off on Saturdays here in Lynchburg.
You start pushing that 10,000 yard mark for yardage. That's a top of the shelf career.
Now a flag comes in.
Too many men for New Mexico.
The official dropped the flag and is now counting. I think he's still counting. He is still counting. And then says,
there's no foul for illegal substitution.
Oops. Was not aware there was any math involved with this job. So we pick up the flag and play on.
You know, you do the math in the booth here, right?
Yeah.
Remember that.
3rd and goal from the 7. 3 receivers to the left. Calvert gonna tuck it, 1 man to beat, turns it up, hit, drop, ball comes free. It's loose down inside the 5, it's still loose. Finally scooped up in the end zone by Rogers, who falls on it. That thing was free for about 10 seconds, it seemed. Somehow that thing continued to squirt its way out. And finally, it was Dejon Rogers who covered it up in the end zone.
I thought he was down.
Well, that's what the officials may be discussing right now because they're having a little conference. Here's another look. Can't really tell from that angle.
Into the end zone, covered by the defense. Play results in a touchback. That play is under further review.
It's hard to tell when exactly that ball came free. Now,
that second angle was the angle to see where you was able to get a good look at it.
Again, we say Calvert not a runner, maybe a little loose with that football.
Yeah, he was loose with it, carrying it like a loaf of bread. That's what my high school coach used to say to me.
Yeah.
Stop carrying it like a loaf of bread. It's a good saying. I thought it was effective.
So the Flames had it down inside the 10. Called a little design play there for Buck, wasn't it?
That was out.
Yeah, it does look like
out.
that ball was moving. So it will be, unless they see something differently, it'll be New Mexico football out on the 20.
Yeah, great job by the camera guys. That ball is out. That first angle they showed, looks like you could see it come out near his stomach before he hit the ground, unless his knee was down. Didn't take a good close look at his knee.
Yeah, I think it was out.
Yeah, I agree.
And then it was just a mad scramble for it, and somehow, I don't know how that football keeps moving around the way it was for that long.
Yeah, I think it was out.
As that was Aaron Austin that jarred it loose.
It was like one of those old rugby scrums when they all huddle up in their ball and all of a sudden, whoop, out it comes. That's exactly what all everybody's messing around trying to get it, and popped out in the back of the end zone.
They're still taking a look at this. Seems pretty clear cut, certainly not enough there to overturn it.
Yeah, right there. Right as he's going down. Yeah, this one's definitely not getting overturned, that's for sure.
And that's what Bob Davey is saying right now on the sideline. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, you saw him there. What are we doing, guys? Yeah. What more do you need to see? Let's play some football.
Yeah, there's nothing worse for an offense than fumbling in the red zone. Going in and take points off the boards, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown. It's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Lobos defense.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a touchback.
So a costly mistake by the Flames. Likely takes at least some points off the board there. You would have had a chip shot field goal. If he hangs on to the football as it is. Lobos get it back now, still trailing just 7-3. Davis running near side. Runs into Ajayi, who gets him down for a 4, maybe 5-yard gain. Roy Davis now 9 carries, about 43 yards here tonight.
Can't say enough about the Lobos offensive line, the way they work in sync on their zone blocking. They're just, you can tell they're an experienced unit that's very well coached, athletic, moves well.
Coyote swings it out of the backfield, catch is made by his tight end, Marcus Williams. That's his second reception as they're able to move the chains.
You know, that's the modern day offense right there, is you just get the ball out to your athletes in space. Solomon Ajayi's trying to chase him down, overruns him, cuts back, first down.
Williams had 2 receptions for 73 yards last week. And off, Davis again. Turns out a couple of yards. If you're New Mexico right now, you're not in a hurry. Remember, you're going to get the football to start the second half.
Right.
And if you're able to drive down and score right before the break, keep it out of the Flames' hands, it's playing, you know, it's right the way you want to see it. You get the ball back right at the beginning of the second half, you have a chance. Put yourself in a good spot.
Yeah, they're no rush, and they are totally committed to running the football.
Now some movement.
Except when that happens.
That would be penalty number 5.
That's too many. That will be a point of emphasis for Coach Davies at halftime.
Ball start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's Javon Mosley. Back him up now to 2nd and 13.
There's your double wing, deep back formation in the shotgun.
Toyota going to keep it. Jesse Lemonnier got to him quickly and held him to a short pickup.
This is an important third down for both sides of the football right here. Offensively, New Mexico wants to keep this drive alive defensively. Liberty's thinking we gave it up in the red zone. Now we got to get a third down stop and get the ball back to Buckshot and AGG right before halftime. Big play coming up.
3rd down and 8. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Coyote, pressured, setting up the screen, finds his target. Catch is made in some space, stumbling and finally taken down as Vigilant, as the Flames played that perfectly.
Solomon Ajayi saved the day right there. Liberty brought a blitz, brought a safety blitz. The lineman led him through the head, the screen set him, and out of nowhere, here comes Solomon Ajayi, able to get around the block, slow the runner down, and let the troops rally and make the play. What a great play by Solomon.
You remember game 1 for the Flames, Syracuse ate them up with the screens to the running backs. Liberty has really adjusted, and that has not been an issue really since that opening game.
That was a fast, athletic play.
So the punt is away, spiraling kick. DJ Stubbs backpedaling, takes it at the 5. Running to his right, trying to cut it up, and he's taken down at about the 17. So Solomon Ajayi in this Liberty defense has done the job so far tonight, as they've held the Lobos to just 3 points near the midway point.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Peppa's Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced during our model year-end sale. Drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month, only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Peppa's protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Peppa's Toyota leads the way. Online at peppastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
There's TV, and then there's X1. Streaming services without changing passwords and inputs, live sports and stats, and access to the most 4K content. The best TV experience is the best TV value. Xfinity X1. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Good morning. Welcome to Taipei.
Wow.
Crunchy satisfaction and cheesy perfection.
Ooh, who's winning?
I'm talking about Cheez-It, the perfect cheesy snack to watch the game with.
You know, I almost went pro, but I blew out my knee.
You don't have any knees, Cheese.
Man.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Well, the Flames defense is getting the job done. Meanwhile, their offense trying to shake off a turnover in the red zone on their last possession. With more on that, we check in once again with Melanie.
Well, guys, the first thing that went down as soon as that play popped up was there was immediately connection between Buckshot and Freeze up on the platform. Now, I know that he's saying superstition might keep him up there, but he's fighting that railing right now. He might end up coming down out of it at some point. But then as soon as they had a conversation, and it was a pretty calm one at that, although you could see the sense of urgency, Buckshot was back out on the field and awaiting that decision to see if they would turn over the play or not. But you could see it in his eyes that he understood that moment, what was going on. He certainly feels the weight of his role as a leader.
And he completes the first pass there on this possession, thrown near side to Kevin Shaw.
Flames really trying to get Kevin Shaw. He's been targeted a lot during this game.
7 times, yeah, 7 times already here in the first half. Clock runs, nearing 2 minutes. Calvert scanning the field, now under some pressure, rolling out, directing traffic, completing to Gandy Golden. When in doubt, look for the big guy wearing 11.
You gotta love how Gandy Golden just snags the ball out of the air. Just plucks it.
Calvert
Big,
at one
strong.
point here, no, go there, go there.
Yeah, find him.
So first down for Liberty. Now we're gonna roll out now near side. Plants his feet, still looking, now running out of time. Throwing, deflected, was that caught? Yes. Oh, a nice grab by Stubbs, keeps the feet inbounds as he then falls out of bounds for the completion.
They tried to roll out right there, Matt. They tried to get Buckshot on the roll. They're running another double move with Damian King. He actually had him. Damian King, the DB bit up on Damian King. He had him on the double move, but Buckshot wasn't able to square his shoulders and get the ball downfield.
So 2nd and 1, clock stopped with Stubbs going out of bounds. They're gonna hand it off. Josh Mack coming near side, trying to get the edge. He will go out of bounds, which will keep the clock stopped. And he is very near a first down, and they're gonna give it to him. Flames do have 2 timeouts left. So really the clock shouldn't be too much of a factor at this point.
Yeah, this is perfect 2-minute offense time right now. You got 2 timeouts in the bag for you, ready to go. So you throw the ball downfield, still have the time to run the football if you'd like. So everything, the playbook is wide open right now.
Calvert, plenty of time. Heaves it down the field, looking for Noah Frith. He's got him. The freshman goes down inside the 5. Welcome back, Noah Frith.
Yes, sir.
Out with an injury all season long. First game back, and he makes a big play.
Yeah, I love the concept on that play. Drop Buckshot back, and then you get a stack route, one behind each other, and then they separate. One to the post, one down the sidelines. Take your pick.
Flames hustle up the line of scrimmage. Josh Mack met in the hole and quickly dropped. No gate on the play. Take a look at Noah Frith again.
Yeah, there it is.
Freshman, 6'4". They like his size, and he showed you some speed here, too.
Oh, AGG is going to be all over him for falling down on the 2-yard line. Come on, son. You get back in the mix.
Clock. 1 minute and 15 seconds, please.
You get back in the mix and you fall down at the 2-yard line. Welcome back. No, it's good to catch the ball, but next time you got to get that in the end zone, because AGG in the locker room, they're going to be hooping and hollering about that one after the game.
Well, just another weapon at the disposal in this Liberty offense. We talked about that receiving core before Frith even came back, how talented they are. Yep. Now you add in another big body, which really, other than AGG, they didn't have a ton of size.
That's right, and you heard Hugh Freeze talk about how good a red zone player Noah Frith is. They really welcome back because he does give them that second big body option in the red zone.
And for a team that doesn't utilize the tight end a ton in the passing game, you could use another big body in the receiving core. Frith's going to stay in there.
They're going trips right. Oh, no, now AG, they're confused. Now they want AGG into the weak side of the field. This is where you get that back shoulder fade that he caught before. He's going to get doubled over the top.
And Josh Mack feeling it out, falling forward, and he'll get down to the 2-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2 for Liberty.
Archie fumbled, going in the red zone. Last is 3rd and 2. What's your call right here, Matt? What's your call? What do we do? What do the Flames do right here? I say back shoulder fade.
Back shoulder fade, you like that one, don't you?
Money in the bank.
The Flames in no hurry, letting that clock run, as they don't want to leave a lot of time left for New Mexico either. And they're going to take a timeout here as the play clock gets down to 1.
Liberty, second
So
charge
28
timeout.
seconds before the
Timeout
half,
will be
3rd
30
goal
seconds.
from the 2 is Liberty going to take a timeout, talk it over.
What a big play coming up. We said that 3rd down for Liberty and for New Mexico on the previous drive was a big play. This one's even bigger for both sides. Can New Mexico get a stop in the red zone right before half? Can Liberty punch it in?
Well, Liberty hasn't had an easy time running the football tonight. 14 carries, averaging about 3.5 yards a carry. Mexico's done a pretty good job there on that defensive line of making things difficult.
Yeah, I'm thinking through what's Liberty going to run right now?
You know, you think back, if you want to run a running play, you remember against Louisiana, they bring the receiver around.
Yep.
Really? You know, you get that little quick pitch.
That's right. That's right.
For a
yep.
pass.
That's good. I mean, the easy call is back shoulder fade. You really can't double it because they're so close to the goal line. So AGG is going to get one-on-one into the weak side.
Heavy set for the Flames.
Max protect.
Albert, pull it out, wide open, touchdown. Oh, how great was that? Beautiful play call, perfect execution, and Jerome Jackson, the sophomore tight end, all by himself.
That was the old pull it in there and just give him a little woo-woo. Just a little, we're going to run the ball, woo-woo.
And Buckshot held that as long as he possibly
that's
could.
You call that pass? That's what that's called right here, man. You're gonna call that pass 14, wide release, whoop. So you call it in the huddle, whoop. Pass 14, wide release, whoop.
So another touchdown for the Flames as they go up 14-3. We just said, you know, they don't involve the tight ends a lot. What do? Throw it to the tight end. Great job there by Calvert to sell that, draw the safety up, and make that an easy throw and catch to his young tight end.
Nice play.
You love seeing that as well.
Studs.
There's the strength coach.
Studzinski.
You talk about 2-minute offense. It's something you practice a lot. You get an opportunity to execute it, and that was pretty much flawless.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. They ran the ball a little bit with J-Mac. They got receivers involved. Frith hit the long one down the little pop pass there for a touchdown. That's exactly what they needed right before headed into the locker room at halftime. Especially with New Mexico getting the ball to come out and start the second half.
So Alex Probert will kick it away. That was an 8-play, 82-yard drive for the Flames. Alexander will take it, and he will take a knee. And I imagine Tavaka Tuioti will do the same. Liberty holding New Mexico to 126 total yards in the first half.
Would have told us that before the game.
What was the over-under coming in? I think it was a penalty there.
73
and a half, something like that. This game has looked a lot different than most of us thought it would. So there was a holding call. Keep in mind, it was took a knee in the end zone.
I think you have a personal foul signal, I believe.
That's co-offensive coordinator Maurice Harris talking with the official.
During the kick, personal foul, blindside block, receiving team. That foul penalty will be declined. First down.
There you go. Both these teams just now trying to get to the locker room. As you see Bob Davie walking that way. See if we can look at that blind side right there. Boom. That is a point of emphasis this year. As the Lobos take a knee, the clock runs, and we will head to the break. Well, the game may not look exactly like we thought it would, but the Flames are feeling pretty good as they head to the locker room, leading 14-3 over the Lobos of New Mexico. And they also had a little bit of history to celebrate along the way. Antonio Gandy Golden setting records in a Flames uniform. Most decorated receiver ever to play at Liberty.
Throws near side. It's caught. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty. Antonio Gandy Golden with the touchdown catch. He now stands all alone by himself.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Peppa's Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Peppa's protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Peppa's Toyota leads the way. Online at peppastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
There's TV, and then there's X1. Streaming services without changing passwords and inputs, live sports and stats, and access to the most 4K content. The best TV experience is the best TV value. Xfinity X1. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a Preferred Rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Taipei.
Wow.
Passion, effort, preparation. These are the attributes that make great football players. Gloria, what are your football players made of?
Smoked sausage.
Smoked sausage.
Yes, I do this before every game for good luck.
Well, hopefully this smoked sausage superstition can make its way to the field successfully. Very good. Gloria, that man just ate your quarterback.
Eckrich smoked sausage for your home gate.
Come on, Johnny.
Hasn't been the high-scoring contest that we expected, but the Flames lead currently 14-3 with a late stages touchdown there in the second quarter. Melanie Newman caught up with head coach Hugh Freeze just moments ago.
Coach, we knew that this was capable of being a shootout, but for such a low-scoring affair right now, I mean, really, what are you targeting, especially with the offense now that they've kind of gotten it rolling? Buckshot seems to definitely be used to pushing out of the pocket now.
Yeah, you know, it's not what I expected. The score's not right now. Our defense is playing really, really well. You saw me go for it on the fourth down and start and drive because I think this is going to be a shootout. You know, in any 4th and 2 or less, I'm going. Well, I've had to change that mindset. I'm frustrated we didn't get points down here. What about all teams usually has a good chance of winning? Defense has played outstanding. We've got to limit our scope offensively a little bit because of all the stuff they're doing defensively, and I think we got to get in here and get that cleaned up.
You said you were happy to have Noah back on that huge reception that he had. Yeah. What does that mean that you can kind of switch things up because they know eyes are going to be on Gandy Golden, so to have those other targets?
That's exactly what happened on that. They double covered the AGG to the field, and we put 2 to the boundary. And that's a tough ask, and we ran a little switch route, and that's a tough cover, and Noah made a great play, and Buckshot made a great throw.
All right, well, Coach, we'll see if the defense can make those adjustments, hold it up, and get it rolling.
Defense doesn't need to make any. It's the offense right now. Defense, they just keep doing what they're doing.
All right, we'll get it rolling, Coach.
You heard it there. Coach Hugh Freeze happy with his team's defensive play, and I'm sure the O-line and the Lobos happy with how they're performing as well. On the entire season, they've only given up 1 sack, and that was tonight. And Matt Kamari, our O-line expert of all things, he's going to break down just a reason why this is such a talented group.
Yeah, this is the thing that I do best. Yeah. You're going to see right here, you got a zone option or zone read running scheme. You go ahead and roll it, guys. And you're going to see hat on hat from the offensive line. And look at the left guard right there. Goes right up to the second level. If we could run it back, right up to the second level, gets a hat on a hat to the second level on the inside. That's one thing about an offensive lineman. When they're coming through, pulling or going to the next level, looking for the inside guy and just getting in his way and driving him downfield. Now we have another clip right here where it's going to be a read option or a RPO, and he's actually going to throw it out to the flat. But watch the offensive line. They'll come off a few yards in case they do have to run block, but they're going to stay in their stances. They're going to stay strong, and they're going to pass block. Go ahead and roll it. Fire outs, look for a guy right there. And the ball is coming out, and you got guys downfield ready to block. That is what this offensive line does well. Good bases, good drives off the ball, and great hands.
75 yards for New Mexico on the ground so far. We're going to continue to break this down in just a sec.
Life and football have a lot in common. In both, only the very best rise to the top. In Baltimore, only Alpacker's White Marsh Ford has risen to the top to claim the President's Award for outstanding customer service and superior operations in every department, and get the benefits of driving new without the sticker shock. The only way to tell Alpacker certified pre-owned from new is the price. Get on the winning team and stack high prices today. Take advantage of certified savings, transparent, easy, the way it should be.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado is now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
There's TV, and then there's X1. Streaming services without changing passwords and inputs, live sports and stats, and access to the most 4K content. The best TV experience is the best TV value. Xfinity X1. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Touch is the most important thing that I do. I like to feel things. I love something feeling intuitive. I love something feeling natural. It's awesome. It gets me super excited.
Will somebody wear me to the fair?
Just a few ticks left on the clock. Lillard checking the inbox.
He's got to open up a new draft.
Got to be careful with typos and punctuation here. There's no time to edit and resend.
And send.
Another gorgeous buzzer-beating email.
Just remarkable.
We thought we lost everything in that fire, but my independent agent and auto owners made sure we were up and running fast. That's what mattered to us.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
We heard head coach Hugh Freeze talk about his Flames D and how he's happy with them so far in this game. You think the Lobos pretty happy with their secondary in this game. Other than a couple of big plays, they've been a rock-solid group. But then AGG did find a little hiccup in that and was able to expose them.
Yeah, you can see New Mexico came into this game with a plan, and it was a bold plan, and that was basically to play some press coverage very tight at the line. One of the ways
basically like, show me the money, you're going to have to beat me.
Exactly, yeah. And Liberty a couple times now has actually shown them the money, where we see a lot of press coverage, and the way that AGG beat this aggression was to run a double move and take advantage of their own aggression. They've really done a very good job of kind of combating what New Mexico was coming out with. There you see the touchdown. Really good job of the Flames in terms of combating that defense.
Last week, Tavaka Tuioti was stellar against the New Mexico State Aggies. This week, the deep ball accuracy a little shaky.
Yeah, he hasn't looked like he did this past week, and I think a lot of that is the pressure that the Flames are getting. They may not be getting sacks, but he seems hurried. He seems like he's got antsy feet in the pocket. He's not trusting his O-line right now, and it's forced him to make some bad throws here in the first half.
Last week, he had 7 carries for 59 yards. It seems almost as if he's been reluctant to run it out of the pocket this week. Is that a Liberty scheme change? What's going on there?
I think that what you're seeing is that he does, like Des said, have a little bit of happy feet. He's kind of nervous in the pocket right now, but he is getting a good pocket. He just has to settle his feet down. And last week, if you looked at it, they moved him around purposely. Haven't seen a lot of that tonight to where they've rolled the entire pocket out. It's mainly just been straight drops, and he is hesitant to take off when he sees that pressure.
We still have one more segment to go. We're going to break down the Flames' offense so far in this game. Make sure you stay with us. Flames on top, 14-3.
As a running back and a pass blocker, I know all about protection. That's why I love Alpaca's White Marsh Fluid. Because when you drive a car, truck, or SUV from Alpaca, you're always protected by the Alpaca customer advantage. It keeps you protected inside and out. Make the winning drive today to Alpaca's White Marsh Fluid, Baltimore's 2018 President's Award-winning dealer. And before you buy, Price Packer.
Before you buy, Price Packer.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
Jessica? Ladies, pause her Wi-Fi. Smoke her out.
Guys, I think the Wi-Fi's out.
Only Xfinity X5 lets you take control of your Wi-Fi.
I'm not much of a hugger.
Xfinity, the future of awesome.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
You don't think it'll happen to you, and you surely don't think it'll happen twice. I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. First, it was a fire. My agent was right there and helped me rebuild. Then the tornado hit and destroyed everything again. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it. The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back. Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Crunchy satisfaction and cheesy perfection.
Oh, who's winning?
I'm talking about Cheez-It, the perfect cheesy snack to watch the game with.
You know, I almost went pro, but I blew out my knee.
You don't have any knees, Cheese.
Man.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
The last 2 Flames wins saw the team really try to stretch the field a lot, Des, and they were going long ball, and it really worked out for them. Not really the case tonight. Smaller chunks of yardage has been the key.
Yeah, and I think everybody here tonight expected this to be a shootout. But as we heard Coach Freese say there, they had to, limit what they were trying to do here offensively, limit the scope. As you saw there, they were trying out a little screen pass here. But in this game, Buckshot has hit 8 different receivers. They're trying to establish drives going down the field. They're trying to get the run game going, and that's based on the defense that they're getting here from New Mexico here today. It's not getting pushed down the field aggressively. They gotta pick up. They gotta extend. They have to have long drives in this game.
Let's look now at our first half stats presented by Carter Bank and Trust.
Taking a look at the passing yards, kind of being a former receiver, that's where I naturally gravitate to. They've done a pretty righteous job airing this thing out through the air. 220 yards. They've had 2 big gainers, a 51-yard catch and a 53-yard catch, making up for the chunk of these yards. It's been exciting to see that offense. It'll be exciting to see next half what they do.
Pat, what stands out to me is the first downs. Liberty with 11, New Mexico with 5, but New Mexico's average third to go is 8 yards, which is not setting yourself up for success on first and second down. In order to close the gap there and to be successful, you have to get yards on first and second down.
Passing yards, you think it must be an improvement for New Mexico in the second half of this game.
Yeah, 50 passing yards in that first half, that's definitely not what they were looking for. So we'll see if Tavaka and Gang can get things going, but Liberty secondary are now doing a really, really good job.
Second half set to start. Matt Warner and Joe Yock, the cuckoo clock. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. We'll see you in a sec.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month, only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
There's TV, and then there's X1. Streaming service without changing passwords and inputs, live sports and stats, and access to the most 4K content. The best TV experience is the best TV value. Xfinity X1. Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
There's only one way to move through the playoffs. The hard way. It's win or go home. One shot to put the game on your shoulders. Ready to raise it all the way up. Watch the Audi 2019 MLS Cup playoffs.
I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
(14-3) as we get set to start the second half of play here in Lynchburg. The 3 points in the first half, the fewest New Mexico scored in the first half all season long. This Liberty defense did a good job shutting them down in half number one. Just a moment ago, our Melanie Newman caught up with Lobos head coach Bob Davie.
Coach, we knew what these two teams are capable of doing to each other. Now, Tuioti seems to be a little bit off right now, and you've even mentioned trying to keep that energy even with him. So what was that message to him at the half?
You know, I think you're exactly right. I mean, we're just a little bit out of sync on offense. The penalties have really hurt us. There's a bit of clapping going on by their defensive line that's causing us to jump, but that's no excuse. You said it, we're just out of sync. You know, we took 3 points off the board with the interception we threw right there. He's missed a couple open receivers. You know, we've tried to run the ball a little bit more, but we're kind of an explosive passing team, but he has to get back in rhythm right now. We made a couple mistakes on defense. One time we played one high on number 11. He ran an out and up on us. Then they got the big throw over here down the middle of the field against two deep. And kickoff coverage hurt us. You know, they had a big return by number 1. So there's a lot of football left to play. It's 14-3. We get the ball here to start the second half. We got to get in on a rhythm. You know, we're a little bit in a funk right now on offense. It seems that way.
What does it mean to you to be able to be hands-on again with these guys and to see all of this in person and to deliver that message exactly how you want it this week?
Yeah, I mean, I wish we were up 14-3. I'd be a lot happier. But, no, we came here together. You know, we've got nobody else in here helping us but us. So it's all hands on deck, and we have to do what we have to do to get back in this football game. There's a lot of football left in this game.
Well, Coach, you've got a lot to get left, too. Good luck.
Thank you.
Can you tell Bob Davie was a broadcaster for 10 seasons? Yeah. Like he's going to let you just, he's going to go on and tell you a little bit about everything, and he covers the whole gamut there with great. His update there at the half, so appreciate that from Coach. As they do need to get something going offensively, they start it on the ground. Amari Davis with the handoff, picks up 6 on first down, but I mean, to his point, you heard him mention it, you mention the guys at half mentioned it as well. The key is getting Tuioti going, throwing the football, because they've gotten a few nice pickups here on the ground in the first half, but they've got to get some of those explosive plays.
There's no question. However, they're committed to the run. I mean, you can tell that's their game plan. They want to run the football.
Seneca Espinoza crashing down to make the tackle on Davis there after a short pickup, and it's going to be third and about half a yard.
These are the situations where New Mexico in the first half and Coach Davies addressed it, where they get these these false start penalties in third and short.
Thanks for showing. We're walking a safety down there. Tuioti. The 10 on the plate clock. The give. And it is going to be just enough. That second effort there on the end of the run from Amari Davis will get him the half yard he needs to move the chains. Three wide receivers set for Tuioti. He's going to roll the pocket, sling it near side. The catch is made, and a pickup of about 5 there for Logan Green. First reception of the night for Emmanuel Logan Green. With more on the New Mexico quarterback, we go back to Melanie.
Well, guys, Tuioti last week became the first quarterback since 2003 for a 355-yard game. Now, he wasn't always the designated starting quarterback for the Lobos. In fact, this is the first time in the program's history, period, going back to the 50s, that they've had 3 different starting quarterbacks this season, and it's all because of injuries. And Tuioti was even hurt last year against Liberty, a shoulder injury. It ended his season. So for Davie right now, just hoping he can keep him up and running after Brant Hughes went down against Sam Houston State. Sherion Jones has kind of been that call-on man for them.
Well, some odd circumstances surrounding Tavaka here during camp. I mean, he missed 16 to 20 days because he had a grandfather that was ill that eventually ended up passing away. So he's missed a lot of time with this team to take care of family matters. They wanted him to be the guy from the outset, but some of those things kind of came up unexpectedly, and good for him for taking care of his family first, but it did keep him out of the starting role initially as he throws that one high and wide. This Flames defense stands tall once again, and on comes the punting unit.
Yeah, you saw You saw right there, he got flushed out of the pocket, had an opportunity. The receiver had come back along the sidelines, and he did have him on the comeback route there. You want to throw those balls low and outside, and the ball sailed on a little bit. You watch that in film throughout some of his other games he's played in. When he misses, he usually misses, and the ball sails on him a little bit, and that happened on that last third down play.
That one bouncing, rolling down inside the 10-yard line, and it will be stopped at about the 7. So the Flames will start inside their own 10. Another good punt by Tyson Dyer, the Australian punter.
I tell you, those Australians, they can punt.
They can punt, and he's having himself a nice night.
They can put shrimp on the Barbie.
That's true.
I've heard. They can surf. They're great surfers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know to surf. Lots of kangaroos.
Okay. All right, yeah.
That's
we can watch.
And they can punt.
Yeah, we can watch Travel Channel if we need any more information. Thanks for that. Buckshot Calvert in there, handing to Frankie Hickson coming near side, as he'll get it out to the 10-yard line for just a 2-yard pickup. Hickson, 3 carries tonight, 9 yards rushing, as Liberty's been held under 4 yards a carry so far tonight.
They have not been rushing the ball well. They've dropped J-Mac into the game, trying to get him more carries, but I really think this is a game for Frankie Hickson.
Oh, somehow, some way, Buckshot fitted into a tight window to Zach Fouts.
Yes.
Suddenly, Liberty's turned into tight end U, as we've seen a couple of completions of the tight end here tonight.
Well, Foutsy. That's a rumbler stumbler right there. That's the old Berman. That Foutsy just gets it, and there's no wiggle. Boy. It's all straight ahead.
Not a lot of room to fit that one in. Calvert did it. Now he's looking to throw again. Pressure comes, shakes out of it. Still looking downfield. Fires on the move. Gandy Golden coming back and makes the catch. Gandy Golden still on his feet and finally slung down. That's just backyard football. Get open, I'll find you.
Yes, they had the play set up. The play was set up with a deep slugger route. Gandy Golden stuck him to the post, and then he straightened it out on the go, and Buckshot had him early. But he had a guy in his face, so he wasn't able to let the throw go, but he stayed alive long enough to be able to get the ball to AGG, and there we go. He's kicking, he's scratching, legs are flying all over the place. He just doesn't want to go down.
5 receptions, 128 yards, and a score. Another big night for Gandy Golden. Calvert looking to throw again. Now swings out to the running back Hickson. Lowers the shoulder. Some popping going on down there. That gets the Flames sideline fired up as they hit their running back out of the backfield.
See, those are the things right there, Matt, that senior quarterbacks do. They were trying to get the ball downfield on a combination route. New Mexico covered it very well. Buckshot didn't try to force anything. He just dumped it off to Frankie. Take your 4 yards, move on to the next play.
2nd and 6 from the Lobos 29. Flames look to the sideline. Just the play call. Lobos adjust the defense right back at him. Hand off to Hickson. Little hesitation out coming near side. Lowers the shoulder again. Continues to drive and roll over the top of the defenders as he gets down inside the 25 and looks close to a Liberty first down.
Yeah, you talked about J-Mac showing great patience. Frankie does the same thing right there. Let your blockers get set up and then finish the run. Really light. That's what Frankie Hickson has a history of.
All right, they're going to measure this thing. Eagle eye Yak. What do you see?
Boy, this is tough. Okay, hold it.
We're perfect on the year.
Yeah, we're
no pressure.
Short by 6 inches.
Okay.
Short by 6.
Well,
this is a tough one. The ball's all the way over here on this side, and then the marker's all the way on the other.
Can we just wave off the officials coming in? I look at that. They're trying to climb through the mass of players with the chains and all. Like,
tell the replay guy to buzz over.
We got it.
I got it. Eagle Eye Joe. I'm 1 for 1 this year, I think.
Good second effort from Hickson. Even gave him a chance here.
Short by 6.
Look at that.
It's unbelievable, man. It's literally a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, the man has a gift, folks.
It's a gift. It's a gift.
We're all talented in different areas. For some reason, that's yours. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't come in handy all that often, but you know what?
But it does on 3rd and short.
A couple times a year.
Yeah, a couple times a year.
So it'll be that 3rd and about a little less than a foot.
I can hear Rhett McGibbon in the studio right now giving the eagle eye Joe call.
Yeah.
He's just like, go ahead, Rhett, just give it.
So the Flames knocking on the door again, already leading 14-3. Hickson remains in the game. They give it to him. Boy, he is hit, dropped, and I don't think he got it. He may have lost
do this
a little
again.
bit.
Oh, it is fourth down. Yeah, he didn't get it.
So fourth down, the Flames went for it in their own territory early in the game. Didn't get it. And they are going to send the field goal unit on. This has been a field goal unit that hasn't had a lot of action.
What a stop by the Lobos right there.
That's big.
I mean, 3rd and inches. And to be able to get that stop, and here's the telling part of this. Hugh Freeze talked about, I'm always going to go for it on 4th and short. Yeah, he's respecting this defense.
42-yard field goal. It's up long enough, and it is good. So Probert with his first field goal made of the season. Flames come away with 3 and increase their lead.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month, only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
UFC 244, fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Bucks Celtics, Clippers Jazz, Wednesday on ESPN. Ball for all.
There's no blood test for adversity. It's the hardships we face that truly give us courage to do the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. It's what we do every day.
.47 to go here in the third. Liberty on top of New Mexico, 17-3. Taking a look at the scoreboard. Liberty's future opponents, how they fared. Not so well, actually, today. Rutgers got shut out against Michigan. BYU dropped a surprising one to Toledo. Maine lost. UMass, that actually is a surprise. They had been dreadful this year. They got a win over Akron. I don't know what that says about Akron. Virginia ended up getting beat by Notre Dame. It was pretty a close game. And then tonight, next week's opponent, New Mexico State takes on Fresno State. And that's where Liberty will head. They'll hit the road and head to the Land of Enchantment next week to take on the Aggies.
Beautiful.
You ever spent any time in the Land of Enchantment?
I've never been to the Land of Enchantment.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
That BYU loss.
Yeah.
Very surprising. BYU, who did BYU beat earlier?
Did they get USC earlier?
Yeah, it was USC. Yeah, they beat somebody good early.
This kid takes a hop and skips into the end zone. You know, obviously we still have ways to go in this game, so anything can happen. But as you take a look at that schedule and you start looking at those future opponents, it just goes to show what we've been saying now for a couple of weeks. A lot of those games, like, don't just go in thinking, all right, that's an L. Like, oh, Rutgers, oh, big.
No.
Rutgers is struggling. Oh, BYU, they've been very up and down this year. So if you're Liberty, and obviously you take it one game at a time and all the cliches and all that stuff, but for jokers like us that can look ahead and start thinking about those kind of games, you think the Flames are going to have a chance in some of those.
No doubt about it.
Carroll tripped up. Good job in the backfield. Deion Sanders getting in there and getting him around the ankles.
Hey, take care of business. Take care of business. And you go into that Rutgers game, and I really believe they have a legit shot at winning that football game. And then, like you said, the upset, BYU getting upset, everything's on the table.
2nd and 10. Tuioti rolling under pressure, wrapped up and dropped. Boy, he rolled right into the arms of Trayshawn Clark. And the freshman says, thank you very much.
Yeah, great pressure by the Liberty defense. What they're doing a really good job. The linebackers are doing a great, defensive ends are doing a great job of turning them back inside. And the linebackers are doing a great job of scraping to the football, covering your gaps. Don't leave any lanes open.
Yeah, an injured flame down there. That's Elisha Mitchell.
That's the big fella.
Mitchell hadn't played the last couple of weeks with a high ankle sprain, so this was his first game back. And he makes his way off. You hope he's okay. Those high ankle sprains can take a while to shake off. So they're taking a timeout. We will take one as well. 17-3 Flames on top.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
Good morning. Welcome to Taipei.
Wow.
There are people out there who see things others can't. They're the ones who see a city that can make those who live in it feel a little safer. Who see the efficient shape and design of the ocean's wonders as the future of aerodynamics. At Dell Technologies, we see it too. If you'd like to transform your business, talk to us, and we'll show the world what impossible looks like when it's made real.
Flames in control here midway through the third. One of the big storylines coming in tonight's game was the fact that former Liberty offensive coordinator Joe Daly, now the OC for New Mexico. With more on that story, we check in again with Melanie.
Well, plenty of people have asked Davey, what does that mean to have Liberty's former OC? And he said it's not really even a factor. I did like his work. We scouted him when Liberty played Baylor. He was clean. He was exactly what we wanted. Now, while Davey was so chill about having Daly, it could not be any different for the former Liberty players who were underneath him, especially Buckshot Calvert, who really shaped his career with the help of Daly. He said, it's going to be serious, and I know what he's bringing to the table. Hopefully the players will remember this type of offense that he likes to run, and we can relate that. But at the end of the day, I'd love to be able to go and give him a hug after the game because he really just meant so much to my career. So all of those different interwebs of football that find their way back to the same field.
We may go give Tavaka Tuioti a hug after that run because that was much needed. Tuioti breaking outside of the pocket and showing off some of that speed there. As we have a new quarterback in there, Sharon Jones now in there at the quarterback spot, handing it off to Carroll for a short game. Jones has played a little bit this year, former four-star quarterback, began his career at Tennessee. This is how the play ended for Tuioti. He took a shot there Charles Clark. Tuioti has had a history of injuries in his career, and he still looks like he wants to get back in, but also grimacing a little bit.
It looked like he took a little shot to the head, but it may be slipping, pressing on his hip there a little bit.
So Sharon Jones hands it, coming near side, coming up, getting on the tackle. Solomon Ajayi there on the spot. He has been all over the place here tonight as Tuioti makes his way back onto the field.
Really love how Solomon Ajayi is playing tonight. He plays the game with aggression, plays the game with speed. You see right there, he's trying to rip the football out of the ball carrier's hands and create turnovers. Really love his attitude towards playing the game of football. It's a mindset.
3rd and 5, and where the football is on the field, this may very well be 4-down territory for New Mexico. 4 wide receivers. Tuioti in the shotgun. Stands in the pocket, throws that right. Looked like through the hands of his intended target, Marcus Williams. Let's see if we have another look, but that looked to be on target.
Yeah, Coach Daly had the right call on there. They brought a blitz from the outside, threw into that receiver to the blitz side. The play's there. Just dropped the football. Tuioti puts it right on the money. Just dropped the football.
So they will bring on the punting unit.
Yeah, a little surprising.
Tyson Dyer coming on. It's been good tonight. We'll try to pin the Flames deep one more time. End over end, fair catch signal for, and made right on the 10-yard line by DJ Stubbs. So the Flames offense takes the field with a chance to really put the hammer down here, leading 17-3.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
Passion, effort, preparation. These are the attributes that make great football players. Gloria, what are your football players made of?
Smoked sausage.
Smoked sausage.
Yes, I do this before every game for good luck.
Well, hopefully this smoked sausage superstition can make its way to the field successfully. Very good. Gloria, that man just ate your quarterback.
Eckrich smoked sausage for your home game.
Come on, Johnny.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Mutual.
Cut.
Line.
Cut. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Cut. Liberty. Am I allowed to riff? What if I come out of the water? Liberty Bibbity.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
A picture-perfect night at Williams Stadium, and for the most part, it's been picture-perfect for Buckshot Calvert, the Flames quarterback. Aside from the fumble that he had, he has been slinging the rock all over the field, 21 of 29, 281 yards and 2 scores.
That was really the throw that got him going right there, and then hitting that back shoulder fade to AGG. Another shot to AGG, who refuses to go down. Buckshot has not only made the throws, but he's made good decisions. Sometimes when the throw's not there, you just check it down your back, live to play another play.
And made some good decisions when he's been on the move. That's been a struggle at times for him in his career when he gets out of the pocket, maybe hurries some things. But he has been good here tonight. Hand off to Josh Mack up the gut, breaking tackles, now cutting it to the far side across the 25, where he's hit, wrapped up And the whistle blows at the 27, but a nice run for Mack to give the Flames a little bit of room.
You can almost feel it. You can almost feel it, man. That J-Mac is that Big Mac truck that's just getting ready to get going. He just hasn't quite been released yet, and you can start to feel him gaining his confidence. And as he gets more yards rushing, more carries, I think he's only going to get better.
17 yards on that carry, his 10th of the night. Andy Golden at the top of your screen. Mack still in the backfield. They give it to him, and he gets free. Right up the gut, now angling, crossing midfield, coming near side, drugged down inside the 40. Josh Mack is starting to roll.
With J-Mac is heading down Route 460 right now, full steam ahead. This is the issue that you have when you run New Mexico's defensive front. You'll see they'll slant the front, and then they try to fill the linebacker over pursues his gap, and then that opens up the hole. When you slant your front and you don't fill the gap to the backside, you leave those types of holes open. Big risk.
38 yards on that carry from Mack. So just in the last 2 carries alone, he's rushed for 55 yards and has the Flames in Lobo territory. Keep feeding him. Now cutting it back. Still on his feet. Spinning. Falling forward for another nice pickup of about 7.
Yeah, we talked about the cutbacks earlier. Thought they were going to be there. Once again, as you slant your front, you'll run into the play, but the cutbacks on the backside are always available against a team that really, really likes to slant their fronts and do a lot of twists.
Mack checks out. Get a little bit of a breather. Well deserved as Frankie Hickson comes in to replace him.
That's why it's a surprise, Matt, that why New Mexico didn't go for it on 4th down. They put the ball down the 10-yard line, and Liberty's high-powered offense is already in their red zone.
Not
getting ready to get in.
I thought they would go for it. Albert gives this time to Hickson with some room. He's still loose inside the 15. And Frankie Hickson with his best run of the night.
Matt Kamari's in the studio right now, pounding the desk as the offensive line is starting to take over.
And don't you think as an offensive line, you kind of start to feel that too?
Confidence.
You start to feel like, okay,
it's our time now.
We're asserting our will right now. That's exactly what the Flames have done on this drive. Nothing fancy about it.
There's the Sergeant, 65.
Big Uglies up front saying, let's roll, let's go. Dante Duff making his 39th straight start.
Sargent and Schultz side by side. That's just sounds good.
They'll stay on the ground this time. Not happening. Good play by Alex Hart. Linebacker coming up. Redshirt senior from Minnesota. Former state wrestling champ, by the way.
Yeah, Alex Hart's a tough kid. He does a really good job in scraping. He actually runs better than you think he does, and he scrapes to the football where he runs very well, and you saw him get over the top right there, be able to get the runner on the ground quickly.
So a loss of 3. Albert gonna throw this time, looking near side, fires one low towards Noah Frith. Couldn't go down and grab that one, so we'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's good to see getting Noah Frith into the game because he talked about having that bigger body in the red zone. That's the back shoulder fade they're trying to throw to AGG all the time. Now they just have another big body to be able to throw it to.
Flames check out the tight end, bring in another receiver. That's Caleb Coleman checking in. So the Flames will go 4 wide. They can still get a 1st down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, interesting to see what Liberty does here. They have AGG as the 3rd receiver in to the wide side of the field. See if they draw something up for him.
They're going to roll that way. Buckshot looking, throwing towards the back corner. He was looking for Gandy Golden, well covered, and Buckshot had a tough throw on the move.
Yeah, he had him open early and he didn't pull the trigger.
So Liberty will have another field goal opportunity. Probert.
This Probert kid, he can kick it.
He can.
It comes off his foot.
Big leg, made a 42-yarder just a few moments ago. This one from about 32. And he missed it. Well,
Comes off his foot. Just got to get the accuracy down.
So all of that, and Liberty comes up empty, and they leave that door open and crack for the Lobos. Listen, as much as it feels like the Flames are in control, Lobos break a big play and put one in the end zone. It's a one-score game.
Yeah, that's disappointing right there. Liberty marches the ball down the field. They're running the football well, and to walk away from that drive with no points, it's disappointing for Liberty, but it's rejuvenating for the Lobos defense and for their offense.
It has been a struggle for this New Mexico offense. Still just 172 total yards. This Liberty defense is it's a different animal from a season ago, that's for sure. Coyote slings it, nearly caught and nearly intercepted, and then it falls incomplete.
Yeah, those are the mistakes that New Mexico's making. He's putting the ball on the money. The last two slant plays have been on the money. His receivers have to help him out a little bit here and start making some catches.
Coyote now 5 of 14, and you know whose name we haven't really mentioned a lot was that last intended target, Jordan Kress.
And he's a good player too.
Had 122 yards, 2 TDs last week. He has done almost nothing tonight. Ajayi bringing the pressure. That throw down the middle of the field. Fight for the football. It's loose for officials there. The guy comes in from the back, waving it incomplete. Everybody kind of looked into each other as he was trying to connect with Marcus Williams. Incomplete pass, the ruling on the field.
You see this on the replay. He ever had control. He almost looked like he was catching it in between his legs there for a second.
Elijah Benton on the coverage. So a big 3rd and 10. Last possession. Tuioti ended up running for a big first down in a 3rd and long spot. They're running out of time on the play clock. Yeah, they're gonna have to use a timeout.
Starting to get that feel, Matt, that as much as they haven't done much offensively, these 3rd down conversions
New Mexico
are
first
big.
charge timeout. The timeout will be 30 seconds.
New Mexico 5 of 12 on 3rd down here tonight.
Yeah, like you said, you're only 2 scores down. You don't want to press the panic button, but you're getting to that point of a tad bit of frustration where you got to start hitting a couple of these, converting on 3rd down, and then hit a few of those explosive plays.
Yeah, each of these teams, they put themselves in difficult 3rd down situations. Over 7 yards, the average distance to gain in 3rd down situations for these teams tonight. But you look at what New Mexico's done offensively, they're averaging just 3.9 yards per play as an offense. They have been held in check here this evening. In front of a announced attendance of just over 17,000 here at Williams Stadium.
Yeah, I agree. That average yard per play at 3.9.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to make a decision that we got to take some shots up top, get the quarterback out on the edge, let them scramble a little bit, extend plays. That's where they've had a lot of their success that they've had.
There we go, 3rd and 10. Flames rush 3. Lemonnier coming around the edge, couldn't quite get to him. Now Espinoza trying to close in, but he delivers a strike downfield for a huge first down. Hugh Drennan hadn't called his name tonight, but he came through in a big situation.
Tuioti was able to extend the play right there. Jesse Lemonnier was coming off the edge, being able to extend the play. And that's where they're going to have most of their success. I really think that he needs to drop back, either deliver the ball right away or extend plays and allow his receivers extra time to get open.
Tuioti gonna sling it again. Completes another one. As that catch was made by Aaron Molina, redshirt senior wide receiver.
Well-thrown football, a little RPO right on the money. Slant route, they dropped a couple of those the last series. Good to see him come back and receivers start making plays.
These last 2 throws as in rhythm as we've seen Tuioti. He hasn't strung many good throws together tonight. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hand off. And a pickup of about 5 there for Davis.
Man, it's amazing the difference in Liberty's run defense from what it was last year to what it is this year.
No kidding.
I mean, you can just see their strength up front and how hard these young men are playing and scheme everything.
Toyota looking down the middle of the field, and it's picked off. Elijah Benton steps in front and picks it off. He continues down the far sideline, goes out of bounds, and we've got a flag coming in as somebody, I think, got a whole lot of Toyota after that interception. This flag may back it up, but it should still be Flames football after Elijah Benton comes up with the interception.
You see Elijah Benton playing center field right there, able to pick it off, and he runs real well. Great interception, game-changing play.
After the interception, during the return, personal foul, blindside block, number 14, receiving team. The penalty is 15 yards from the spot of the foul. We will extend the quarter for 1 untimed down.
So Solomon Ajayi flagged for the penalty, but Liberty comes away with a big turnover nonetheless. It's Elijah Benton. Right place, right time.
That's right, Elijah Benton playing center field, reading the quarterback's eyes.
I have no idea what that flag was, unless it happened before Ajayi came into the screen there. That did not look like a blindside block, but as it is. Okay, that was Lemonnier who delivered the block, and even so, it's tough, man.
Yeah,
like
pretty particular.
Like they are really cracking down on that on any kind of return.
Hey, Elijah Benton, a local product. He got that interception for all the folks back at the Forest Rec Center locally here in Forest Youth Football right there.
A kid that started as a walk-on and has worked his way into one of the better players on this Liberty defense. Josh Mack with the short pickup in the final play of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, Liberty, led by their defense, leads New Mexico 17-3.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
As a CIO, you want to move your business forward. But when your team is always dealing with device setups, app updates, and support calls, you can never seem to get anywhere. That's why Dell Technologies created Unified Workspace, powered by VMware. A revolutionary solution that lets you deploy, manage, support, and secure all your devices from the cloud, so you can stop going in circles and start moving forward.
Welcome to Taipei.
Wow.
We thought we lost everything in that fire, but my independent agent and auto owners made sure we were up and running fast. That's what mattered to us.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
At the end of the third quarter, the Flames are up 17-3, and Des, we're going to focus on you here in the running game for the Flames. First and second quarter, you're kind of like, okay, I don't really like some of the decision-making going on. Third quarter, though, it started to open up a bit.
Yeah, and I think that has a lot to do with them intentionally trying to run the football. Last week, we spoke to Coach Freeze, and he said a lot of times, with having the RPOs attached to every single run play, you can't get in a rhythm. But right here, they're trying to get the run established. They're lining up in the pistol. Mack is back 7 yards. He's able to read the blocks up front. He sees the hole. He makes a cut, and he's able to get positive yardage here. And I think the Flames are going to focus on doing that a lot here in the second half to wind the clock down and really get the run game going.
We saw 3 carries where the Flames were able to get a pretty decent-sized chunk of yardage on the ground. Was that decision-making by the backs, or is that offensive line improvement?
I think it has a lot to do with decision-making by the backs, but also I'd say the O-line has something to do with it. Is that right,
Yeah, offensive line, like I mentioned earlier, offensive line success is when you get a hat on a hat and they're crossing faces. So the running backs are finding the holes, the offensive line are opening them up.
All right, we head back to Matt and Joe for the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. I'm with you. I feel like we'll see plenty of running here in the fourth. As I say, that buckshot, little pump fake, and hits Antonio Gandy Golden down the sideline. He does a little dance there before he's wrapped up and taken down. He continues to rack up yardage and probably still be atop the national receiving charts when this one's done. Take a look at the drive chart for the Flames here tonight, what that looks like. That fumble was the one that this game could very well be out of hand had the Flames not fumbled inside the 5 that time.
You can see went for it on fourth down the first drive, and then a couple punts, which having a hard time finding the rhythm. Then they got their rhythm going, and a long pass to buckshot to AGG, and then things started rolling. And like I said, it wasn't for that red zone fumble.
And off, Josh Mack trying to reverse his field, still on his feet, but he's going to go down for about a 3-yard loss as he was bottled up. By the way, that last reception for Gandy Golden has him now at 144 yards and a touchdown on the night, which, if you remember last year, he went for 245 in this game. So not quite the prolific night we saw a year ago, but still pretty darn good.
In Gandy Golden's world, though, it may be the fourth quarter, but the night's still young to him.
Second and 13. Flames letting that play clock run, leading by 2 touchdowns. 5 wide receivers set now, empty backfield for Buckshot. Lobos rush just 3. Buckshot slings it out to Kevin Shaw, who makes the grab for about 4 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and long.
This is where New Mexico needs a start, needs to get a stop. Everybody's crouching, getting ready to go over the 50-yard line. It's 3rd down, down 10, down in this game. So you just get that feel that they need to get a stop right here.
Yeah, you go down more than 2 scores, and not a lot of time to get the job done. So 4 wide receivers now for Liberty. They leave it back to the right of Calvert. Again, only rushing 3. He's got time. Oh, hesitation. Tried to fit it in there to Frankie Hickson. It was knocked away. That was Alex Hart on the coverage. And the Flames punting unit will have to take the field. Good defensive stand there when they needed one from the Lobos.
Yeah, New Mexico knew they needed that stand that might give them a chance to get this offense back on the field, rejuvenate it, put together a drive, get this to a 1-score game, and feel as if they have a chance. So the opportunity is still there for them. Could they do it in special teams?
Aiden Alvis stands at his own 33. They'll let that play clock continue to run. Come after him, he gets it away. That one is going to land on the 5, take a sideways roll. Can anybody get there? No, touchback. Oh, so close to pinning him inside the 5, as we saw Alvis do last week. fact, after that last week, Aiden Alvis got himself a scholarship. Congrats to the punter. He's on scholarship, and he's having a great season.
Scully!
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month. Only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado is now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
Good morning. Welcome to Taipei.
Wow.
You watching for the Jays?
Or are you watching for these Jays? You watching for the dynamic duos?
Or are you watching for the MVPs? Bucks Celtics, Clippers Jazz. Wednesday on ESPN. Ball for all.
We thought we lost everything in that fire. But my independent agent and auto owners made sure we were up and running fast. That's what mattered to us.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Welcome back to Williams Stadium. Now, while Liberty took the field earlier and they have a man that leads the charge with the American flag when they initially take the field, the Lobos have something that is unique only to the land of enchantment. It was introduced by head coach Davey earlier in his career in New Mexico, but it's called the New Mexico Man. And this is an honor that's bestowed to only players who are from the state of New Mexico who have been or are currently a walk-on. It's his chance to recognize all of the hard work that they put in. Now, Andrew Shelley had it last week when they were at home. It's an honor only given at home. They wear a New Mexico Man patch and they get to run out with the New Mexico state flag, but he said it's a great way to get the kids engaged and to give them the recognition they deserve. Their next is October 11th when they return home.
It's always cool when you can honor guys that maybe walk-ons, working just as hard as somebody that's on scholarship, give them a little extra love. They certainly deserve it.
Football is hard work. And what those men do as walk-ons says a lot.
Handoff up the middle. Carroll taken down short of the yard gain, so it'll bring up a third down now.
This is the drive, Matt. I really feel as if this is the drive for New Mexico. They have got to put some momentum together, get some first downs, get the ball down the field, and score a touchdown. This is a very, very important third down conversion for them.
Well, it's 3rd and 3. Both Carroll and Davis in the backfield with Tuioti. Tuioti going to keep it and dives across the 30 for the first down.
Big first down right there to move the chains. Like to see him get a little tempo going here. They got first down, get some momentum going, get some tempo going. Take a shot downfield.
Yeah, not many plays down the field for this offense.
Liberty's allowing them to hang around. They have to take advantage of it.
The option far side, they pitch to Carroll. Carroll scampers out of bounds near the first down. Carroll, former quarterback at Roosevelt High School in San Antonio. Get this, Joe. He once ran for 8 touchdowns and passed for 2 in one game.
One game?
In one game, he did that. That's like a month's worth of work for a lot of guys in one game.
Man, I want to let you know something. I really appreciate your tidbits.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I really do. Your tidbits are like, this is like, oh, that was okay.
Yeah,
They're like, these are good tidbits.
I don't get that a lot. Appreciate that, Joe. And off up the gut, room to run. Look out. Here goes Davis. Foot race. Elijah Benton will get there and shove him out at the 25. But Davis with his best run of the night. And here come the Lobos.
And that was a really good job by that Lobos offensive line. They opened up a huge hole right there for Davis. Elijah Benton saves the day, though, with his speed down the field, be able to get him out of bounds. But they're on the move. Keep the tempo going.
Still over 10 minutes to go here in this game. Touchdown here makes it really interesting. Tuioti hands it off up the middle. That's Vigilant with a short pickup. Get maybe 2.
Really surprised he didn't keep the ball like he did on the previous play that they ran exactly like that. He kept it, pulled it out of the fullback's belly, and was able to run the option for some good yards. The defense ended crashed down. Really thought he was going to pull it and then work the option to the wide side.
Lobos group, I mean, they're not in any rush. They're deliberate. They're not hurried. Pulls it this time, steps back, now climbs in the pocket, rolling to his left, looking downfield, takes a shot, delivers one to the end zone, flag comes in. And we're gonna get defensive pass interference going against the Flames in the end zone as Tuioti took a lick right after he delivered that.
Defense number 1 gets an eligible receiver, pass across the line. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot, first down.
As Javon Scruggs flagged for the penalty.
Tuioti scrambled out of the pocket right there, but what Liberty's doing a really good job is they have a spy on him. So once he breaks that pocket, now that spy accelerates, drops down. A little holding call there, giving him a chance.
So now first down at the 12. Carroll moving out of the backfield, a hand of Vigilant. Hit initially, finally wrapped up and dropped down Austin Lewis there along with Brandon Tillman. Well, there's no coming away with 3 here in this situation. So everything is 4-down territory.
This is your chips.
So that may affect your play calling a little bit, knowing that.
You know, they've had some success with that option play to the wide side of the field. I'd like to see him be able to run that and put some pressure on the edge of Liberty's defense.
Another handoff, Davis coming near side, tripped up, taken down. That was Micah Glaze, the freshman safety, shooting in there to trip him up initially. And here we are once again at 3rd and about 10.
You know what you see Liberty do really, really well is you think it looks like when the running back bounces it that there's something there. And then all of a sudden they close that gap. If you're going to tackle well, you have to close the gap quickly. And the Liberty defenders close the gap quickly and get people on the ground. Good tackling on their part.
Call it 3rd and 8. They can get a first down at the 2-yard line. 4 receivers set. Tuioti standing tall, firing to the end zone, and it's dropped. And a flag comes in. A big hit pried it free out of the hands of Marcus Williams, but let's see what the flag's about. And it's going to go against the Lobos. Well, they've had some costly penalties tonight.
What do you think here, Matt? Do you decline it, make it 4th down, or move him back?
I think I probably decline it.
Yep.
Illegal touching, offense number 88. Number 88 was covered by a wide receiver, went downfield and the pass across the line. That penalty will be declined, 4th down.
So here we go, 4th and 8. And you get the feeling this may be your ball game right here.
Play of the game right here. What do? I like rolling the quarterback out to the right side, attack the wide side of the field.
Tuioti stands tall, scanning the field. Now he's going to roll it out. He's got some room to take off if he wants to. He does. Will he get there? Second effort. I think he got it.
He did.
Toyota laying it all on the line, and that second effort is enough to move the chains, I think. Well, eagle-eyed Joe, you may have to break out another one.
This one's easy. Do I need to do it for you?
And honestly, we're as far away from where that play happened as you could be, but it sure looked like live that the second effort probably got him where he needed to be.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Hard to see if he stretched the football.
No, didn't get it.
Wow. Wow.
Can you?
That is tough.
Can you?
Bob Davie not too thrilled with that spot. You can read his lips right there. That is a bad spot. He's not too pleased. Flames defense is fired up. They held strong.
The 2020 models have begun to arrive at Pappas Toyota, so the 2019s have been dramatically reduced. During our model year-end sale, drive a 2019 Camry, only $229 a month, or a 2019 RAV4, just $229 a month, only at your #1 volume Toyota dealer in St. Louis. Get Pappas Protection, 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Don't miss model year-end pricing. Pappas Toyota leads the way. Online at pappastoyota.com.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
I think we're.
Well, this is the exact reason you have the review process. Situations like this, calls like this, they are looking at it.
The ruling on the field stands.
And they did come up short. Not a great angle to be able to tell. You wonder right there, boy, it looked like he had stretched the ball down close to almost the 1-yard line, but maybe you assume he stretched it. You can't see if he really, maybe this one might show us.
Yeah,
oh, nope, the knee was down. That is a good
He stretches
call.
it, but the knee was down.
Before that last second effort, the knee hit the turf. Looks like the right call, thanks to that view. And officials get it right. Now the Flames have a chance, although backed up against their own end zone, to really put this one away. Got to take care of the football, though, here on this part of the field. Give it to Hickson. He plows forward, gets him out to about the 7 or 8.
Yeah, if this is a situation that you're a Liberty offensive lineman, this is when you want to win football games. They say, okay, guys, we're going to run the football. We got to grind out some first downs. This is why you're in the weight room. This is why you're doing all the work, all the practice, everything, to be able to salt away a game when it counts.
Saw Liberty do that against Buffalo late in that game in the 4th quarter. And they're attempting to do it now as the clock ticks under 7 minutes. Hickson again breaking it outside. And he's going to be close to a first down, maybe about a half-yard shy.
Frankie Hickson knows how to finish a run.
He does.
He knows how to finish a run. He gets his shoulder pads down. He gets them square. He explodes through to finish runs.
You know, he's a guy that's only 5'8", and you think about when he came into this program, a lot thinner, a lot lighter, and you said, oh, you know, maybe a little scat back.
Right.
He has really developed a punch to his game and some power to his game that has turned him into a really good running back throughout his Liberty career. 3rd and 1. Give it to him again, and he'll get that first down and keep on churning for a few more. And with every first down, you need a little bit more of that clock.
Yeah, the clock's chewing away, and Liberty's going to keep running the football. This is when the New Mexico defense, as they come in there, we like to say the first guy stands them up, and then when the cavalry gets there, they start stripping and punching at the football, trying to knock it out, force a fumble.
So no hurry now. Nixon remains in there. Liberty averaging 5.5 yards per carry in the game, as in the second half the run game really has gotten on track. Nixon goes into a pile and moves it.
Strong, strong.
Liberty doing everything necessary in this ball game, and you think about it as it is trending towards Liberty closing out this win and getting their 3rd in a row, but they also left some points out there tonight.
Sure.
They could have put this game away a lot earlier. The fumble inside the 5, a missed field goal also comes to mind. So I'm sure those will be things that Hugh Freeze points out, as every coach does, even following a win. Areas where Liberty really could have put this one out of reach. Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 1 after that short carry.
Another 3rd and short. Good patience by Frankie right there. Set your blocks up and then look for put your foot in the ground. Look to get the cut back and then get your shoulders square. Finish the run.
One more first down here, and it's really going to put the Lobos in a world of hurt if they're not there already. Showing pressure, and that's not ideal. Patrick Peak got a little overeager.
Offside. Defense number 3, unabated to the quarterback, 5 yards.
He almost could have took the snap.
He was trying to time that up, but they're getting to that point right now where you got to figure out a way to time that thing up perfectly on the blitz and potentially cause a fumble.
6th penalty of the night going against the Lobos. 6th accepted penalty, and there have been some costly ones. Just felt like they never could really get on track, and a couple of those penalties kind of got them behind the chains early in the game. Pass, Buckshot rolling out. Just flicks one. Oh boy, that was awfully dangerous. Trying to get to Jerome Jackson, his tight end. He almost just kind of popped that one right up into the air, and
it's fortunate that didn't turn out.
I would imagine you will not see the ball in the air the rest of the night from this Flames offense after that play.
Yeah, I think that does too. As New Mexico still has 2 timeouts left. They'll use them here if they get a stop, because that stops the clock and you can get a chance, get the ball back with 3 minutes to go roughly. And so we're saying we got a chance.
Nixon again, not shying away from the contact, gets 4 yards. And there's the timeout coming, just as you predicted, from the Lobos. That'll stop it at 3:34. And they still do have 1 left. So it's not over yet. You get the stop. You still have some work to do, and some things need to break right, but you're doing everything you can here to try to give yourself a chance. Talk about the running game. Josh Mack has really been the leader for the Flames in that regard. 14 carries, 95 yards. So he has provided good balance to Buckshot, AGG, and that explosive passing offense as Liberty looks to close out the win here, leading 17-3.
J-Mac.
Life and football have a lot in common. In both, only the very best rise to the top. In Baltimore, only Outpacker's White Marsh Ford has risen to the top, claim the President's Award for outstanding customer service and superior operations in every department, and get the benefits of driving new without the sticker shock. The only way to tell Outpacker certified pre-owned from new is the price. Get on the winning team and stack high prices today. Take advantage of certified saving, transparent, easy, the way it should be.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
See your Baltimore area Chevy dealers.
You know what today is? Today's somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it.
The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back.
Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
Flames by a couple of scores here late in this one. Well, we turn the page forward a little bit. As we did last week, we show you ESPN's FPI win projection numbers for Liberty moving forward. And all of them have gone up compared to a week ago. Of course, next week, Liberty goes to New Mexico State, Maine. It's got Rutgers game now at 37%. That was entering the day. So the percentage is moving in the right direction as whoever calculates that FPI seems to be liking what they're seeing from the Flames. And coaches will say, that's garbage, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Nick Saban will call it rat poison. That's fun for the rest of us. Calvert pulls it out, now swings out to Hickson, bobbles, snags it. Now turns upfield, backpedals across the 40. So he is going to be about a yard shy, it looks like, of the first down. But was able to stay in bounds as well, I believe.
Surprised that Liberty throws it, but
they got a pretty good spot. They're going to actually measure this. Frankie Hickson had everything but the net there as he was juggling that one. Backpedaled, and they are going to get the chain gang across the field. Joe, you get a chance to.
Do you need me, man?
I would like that, yeah.
Why not? Yeah, he's short. Yeah, he's short. He's short by a good amount, I'm going to say.
A good amount.
Half a yard.
Okay, all right. We'll get a look. Those guys have been plenty busy here in the second half.
How short is he?
That's about half a yard.
Oh.
So brings up fourth down for the Flames. Now, score the way it is, the smart play.
Punt it.
Just punt it away.
Yes. Win the football game. Let them go for it. Let's go for it. Why not go for it?
Riverboat gambler just says, you know what? You can just put your foot on their neck here and just end this thing if you're able to get a half a yard.
What are they doing here? Yeah, there's punt team. The punt team's getting ready. Yeah.
Don't get greedy. Aiden Alvis, bring him on. And you know New Mexico is going to be coming after him.
Yeah, definitely punt it. It's, my dad always used to tell me, Matt, smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah.
Make the smart play right here, punt it away.
So the clock does continue to run. So Liberty will let that bleed a bit. They clock to 5. And Alvis gets it away.
Nice punt.
Nice spiraling punt. Rogers calls for the fair catch and makes it at about the 13-yard line. So Aiden Alvis does his job. That's a beaut.
It's a beaut. It's a beaut.
Alvis continues to shine. We talked to Hugh Freeze about Alvis this week. He said, man, what's changed with this kid? Because last year there were some real struggles. He said, you know what? Just the confidence level and the work he's put in with special teams coordinator Tanner Burns. He said has his confidence sky high, and you know the ability is there. The confidence wasn't always there last year.
Yeah, it's funny when you asked him that question, Matt. His initial response was, well, I didn't think he was going to be our punter.
Yeah, he wasn't sure. Hand off right up the middle. Not going anywhere. That was Vigilant on the carry, and Elijah James waiting for him. So
I can't figure that out.
I don't know.
Running a dive with no time. They still have one timeout left, or they burn them all.
No, they have one left.
One left. Running a dive.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, the football.
I don't quite understand this either. They do it
again.
Well, somewhere, Freddie Kitchens is smiling and nodding watching this. But there's some confusing play calls going on here in this situation. I mean, listen, you're down 14.
I mean, come on, guys.
You got to make something happen. The last two play calls are more like you're concerned with, let's just make this a score that's fairly reasonable here. Now they throw it downfield, and it's caught. And now we'll move the chains. That's Drennan on the catch.
Some tempo going here. Move the ball downfield. You always take a shot and you get a pass interference call. All kinds of things that can happen. I mean, clock.
Take a look at what the Lobos have done here this evening. It has been tough sledding offensively. Now pressure comes. Here comes Espinoza. The throw on the run misses its intended target. That was Ume. They're trying to snag that one a little bit wide. And that reaction from Bob Davie about says it all. Just grimace and a shake of the head.
You know, a lot of this, you can't put it on New Mexico. Liberty's defense, and especially the player who is running the spy technique for Liberty. Once the quarterback has broken the pocket, the spy has come and accelerated to him and made him make quick decisions, which has forced him into bad throws.
Coyote gonna roll out, being hounded by Espinoza, swings it out, caught by the running back there along the far side. Actually, that was Jake Griffin, slot receiver, snagged it, stepped out of bounds, so a first down for the Lobos. We saw Trayshawn Clark and Jesse Lemonnier both coming off the edge there, trying to get some pressure. This is when you're an edge rusher, you're just licking your chops.
Pinning your ears back. Getting after the quarterback.
Downfield, caught again.
That's a nice throw.
One more time to Jay Griffin as they're starting to push it downfield. Maybe too little, too late though. We're under a minute and a half to go.
Liberty's going to start protecting the sidelines. You can see they're in a two-man concept right now. Should try to attack the middle of the field.
Coyote going to try to run it. Got some room to run now. Slides down at the 30-yard line, so another first down.
See, that's what happens when teams run too deep. You either attack it down the sidelines with the fade routes, or you attack it in the middle of the field. And then if you're a scrambler, you can break coverage and get downfield.
Yeah, Liberty was scrambling to try to make some substitutions there. And I think they ended up having to take a timeout.
Timeout. Liberty.
Good call.
First charge timeout. The timeout will be 30 seconds.
Rather do that than either get a penalty for too many men on the field or end up blowing a defensive responsibility there. Well, Buckshot Calvert not the only great quarterback that was on campus this week. With more on that, let's check in one last time with Melanie Newman.
That's a big thing to start out with Buckshot first, guys, but we'll give it to you again. He's looked so much more comfortable handling pressure tonight, and you could maybe chalk that up to Brett Favre if you've ever heard of him. He came and visited campus this week. He had a chance to talk to the general student body, but of course, as you could imagine, Coach Freeze, who is a good friend with Favre, arranged to have some time with his team one-on-one, and that certainly included Buckshot. He was all smiles getting to talk to the NFL legend. and just came away and said, you know, how grateful he was for it. Jerry Falwell Jr. was in on the meeting as well with Freeze, and you can kind of glean that little pro touch that he's given to Buckshot tonight.
Yeah, you think Brett's wearing that jersey?
Yeah, I think he's on his couch, cold soda in his hand, his 4 jersey, Liberty jersey on right now.
Brett Favre may be the best quarterback to ever don the Liberty jersey, you might say, if he ever puts that on. Brett, if you're watching,
Brett's got it on right now. He's in a
congrats on a great career.
Yeah. He had a decent career.
Hope you have some success with those copper armbands that you're selling on. I think he's doing well post Blankery. Brett Favre's a great guy. Minute 4 to go here. Tuioti looking to the sideline, 4 wide receivers. They're going to run the option, pitches it out to Bryson Carroll, who's hit and dropped. That clock's going to keep moving unless they burn their final timeout. And I believe they will.
Oh, injury.
Well, yeah, Liberty player down on the field. That is Seneca Espinoza.
Hope he's okay.
Well, he has had a great season and really been one of the surprise players for Liberty. Good to see him bounce up. He has been a playmaker all season long, has 5 tackles tonight.
He is a really good player. He's tough, he's physical, he's fast, he's athletic. He has made big-time plays and big-time moments, and they ask a lot of him on this defense. They ask him to do a lot of different things, and he does all of them very well. Even dons the hoodie in 90 degrees.
The hoodie has become popular. Have you noticed that?
It's 90 degrees.
Jesse Lemonnier is always wearing the hoodie. A lot of guys wearing the hoodie these days.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I respect the hoodie, but it's hot out there.
So it was a timeout. Based off of what is being shown here, a timeout was taken as well by New Mexico. So they are out. Run the option again. Carroll takes it, cuts it up, jets out of bounds to stop the clock at the 15.
You know, they've had some success with that. They've had some success with that play. I would like to see them run that more earlier in the game. They've been running the option. They gave the ball to the fullback a couple times where I thought, boy, he needs to keep that and run the option. And they've been doing it in the short side of the field where Liberty doesn't have the extra man. So that's been a good play. Wish they would have done it earlier in the game.
First down now at the 15. Tuioti throwing for the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. Good throwing catch. A much needed touchdown, and that was Aaron Molina on the reception.
Old back shoulder fade. It's almost impossible to stop. Receiver puts the brakes on, throw it to that back shoulder, go up high and get it. Toughest play to defend in all of football. Nice catch.
Second catch of the night for Molina. He did not have a catch on the season coming in. So the extra point from Shelley. Up and good. And here's where you stand now. As we take a look at this last throw and catch.
He's playing pitch and catch. So one-on-one to the short side of the field. Throw the back shoulder fade.
And he gave you a little bit of Allen Iverson walk over you at the end of that.
That was the coach from the Cavaliers that he walked over. What was his name? Lou.
Yeah.
Ty Lue.
That's right.
Yeah, it was Ty Lue.
I think, yeah. All right, so here's where we stand now. 43 seconds to go. You got to have the onside kick here.
Onside kick.
So you end up getting that touchdown. But now you have to come through with an onside kick to get the ball back.
It's not over.
Not over yet.
Till it's over.
Not over yet.
Fat lady hasn't sang, but she's humming right now.
There you see special teams coordinator Tanner Burns saying, hey, this is his moment in practice every day, right?
Yeah.
When you practice this stuff, he's like, guys, this is what we work on. I need you right here. Hands team on the field for Liberty.
Do you think AGG might be on this team? Just a slight chance he might.
I believe he is, yeah.
Far look side, over there, far side.
Damian King out there as well, Johnny Huntley. Jimmy Fox, your DBs and your receivers out there. Here we go, Shelley. Kick it away. Last chance for the Lobos. Oh, crossed him up. Makes a big hop. They're going to have a chance at it. Damian King skies for it and got it.
That was a perfect onside kick. Got the second hop that went high, and Damian King goes up and saves the day. Well executed.
There's that hop. The veteran King, a senior, been around the block, goes up, makes it in traffic, and that's going to seal the win for the Flames. Biggest catch of the night for Damian King.
No kidding. Big win for Liberty. Big win. Two good football teams. Not quite the shootout we thought it was going to be, but wow, big win.
Well, good teams find ways to win. Or maybe their bread and butter isn't working. You find other ways to get the job done. And that's what the Flames have done here tonight. They showed flashes of that explosive offense. They still put up 467 yards of offense, but they left some points out there.
Yes.
And yet that defense said, we've got your back.
Yep.
We'll pick you up.
Yep. So much better.
Find a way to
so
get the
much
job
better
done.
defensively.
And that is going to do it.
How many yards did Gandy Golden go for?
Tonight, 144 and a touchdown.
Still be on top of the charts next week. I'm calling it right now.
Another great game for AGG and the Flames. They come home for a 3-game homestand, and they take care of their business. They win all 3 before now hitting the road for 5 of their next 6 games. Impressive tonight, and impressive especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, no question whatsoever. The defense played great. Everybody talked about, hey, not going to be able to stop either one of these teams. Liberty said, I've had enough of that. We're going to put on a defensive clinic, and they were able to do that tonight.
So a big win for Liberty to move to 3-2. They'll now head to the state of New Mexico to take on New Mexico State next week before returning home a couple of weeks after that to host Maine. But Liberty certainly seems to have everything heading in the right direction under Hugh Freeze. Big win, 3 straight, and they'll look to keep it going in the land of enchantment next week. So for Joe Yock, Melanie Newman, I'm Matt Warner saying so long from Williams Stadium, where the final score is Liberty 17, New Mexico 10. Remember, all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.